Hello there, everyone. That was very Mrs. Doubtfire of me there. Hello, dearie. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 4 of High Rollers, Altheya, the Dragon Empire. It's our brand new campaign. It's campaign 3. Hello, everybody. I'm your Dungeon Master, Mark Sherlock Humes, and I'm joined by our regular players. We have Skelly Ree. We've got Trot. We've got Natural History Museum Kim, and on the other side we have Tom and Katie. Nike Katie, yeah, that's it.
I love that.
Hey, everybody. Hey, gamers. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us on another new episode. We hope you're enjoying campaign 3 as much as we are. We're having a blast with it.
Loving it.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Nice. No major announcements from me. Just another reminder, and I'm going to keep mentioning it, especially in these first few episodes. Especially in these first few episodes, the best way that you can support High Rollers right now especially is to go out there and tell people about Campaign 3.
Yeah.
Brand new campaign, Episode 1. They've only got 3 episodes to catch up at this point. Episode 1, it's on YouTube, it's on podcast. You can go and check it out. Make sure you go and spread the word. Let people know.
Speaking of podcasts, what helps podcasts quite a lot is if you could spare a moment to rate it and leave a little review. That often can, nudge people to be check it out.
Yeah.
So if you've got a spare moment, that would be very much appreciated.
Very lovely. And it's, it's the horrible YouTube thing, but like if you do watch it on YouTube and you want to give it the old like and subscribe,
the old
comment,
recommended.
engagement, please. But yeah, it does massively help. And we love people to come and check it out. So that's literally the best way you can help us right now. That is it. There's no other announcements. So let's run the intro and begin.
Yay. Woo.
Our adventurers have headed into Blackrock Mine, looking for a number of criminals as well as potentially a conspirator from the village of Burnell. They've made their way into the mines, have encountered strange creatures at its entrance. Navigating the labyrinthian maze of tunnels, Rowan guides the party through them using a crude map and successfully manages to lead them to a central chamber containing a lift, an elevator that would head its way down to the very bottom of the mine, where Daisy sees a strange light and all can feel strange reverberation and thunderous force emerging from below. As they begin to explore the cavern, looking for clues or things that may help them, Xanthias disturbs a body and a swarm of Belamorph rippers, tiny creatures that burrow through stone and flesh, seeking precious metals and gemstones to consume, attack Xanthias, and soon other Belamorphs suddenly arrive to attack the party. A frantic battle takes place where they attempt to raise the lift so that they may descend into the lower floors, a quick escape through the iron gates, and then our party is making their way down to what might be their final confrontation here in Blackrock Mine. As they arrive... As they arrive, they emerge to see a strange sight, as Marion Delamere, the foreman of the mine that Daisy had briefly encountered up in Burnell, seems to be holding a strange relic or artifact, channeling an enormous beam of magic, carving through stone and earth, digging its way. Meanwhile, the criminals seem to be surrounded by these Melamorph creatures, fighting them off desperately, and as the party arrive, they see a large Belamorph, this strange alien-like creature digging through things. Turn its head, engage and notice the party. That is where we pick up today. And in fact, we are straight into a map.
We are.
If you want to show that off,
map. I love it.
It is there we go. So you can see everything before you. Before we roll initiative or anything else like that, we have Marion hovering up in the air. She is not quite that high up in the air. She's approximately like 10, maybe 15 feet up in the air.
Okay, so like half that.
Yeah, and then we have all the different Belamorphs swarming around the southern half of the cavern. We see the large Belamorph with its kind of huge armored carapace, and then in the far corner on the right-hand side, we have the three criminals. We have the dwarf Beric Brassfist. We have the duelist Bravo. I gotta find their names. Regina Violate, and then we have the black Yurgo the Eel, the black kobold. As they are desperately trying to fend off these creatures, and have also been shouting about getting something away from Marion. And you guys can see that she is holding some sort of quite broken, I forgot to mention this, I think, in the last episode, but there is clearly damage to the relic that she's holding. The crystal at the tip of it has been fractured and cracked, and it does seem to be somewhat out of control as well.
Someone got cantrip mending?
Don't ever talk to me about that.
But that is where we find ourselves, and we are rolling straight into initiative. I'm
Okay. A skelly hand roll.
Let's see here.
Gold dice, don't let me down. I didn't!
Oh.
Why would you waste that now?
Really? Well, let me go around. Rowan.
Ooh.
I got a 6.
6. Gruff.
5.
Nice. Daisy.
5. Hey!
Xanthius.
7.
7. And then I'm assuming quite a high number.
That 20? 22.
Oh my god. I rolled a 2.
Alrighty.
Oh, wow.
For God's sake.
Well, Ophelia,
on you,
you
babe.
are not the first to act, unfortunately.
Okay.
No.
Why would you do that now?
So, as you enter the scene, as you guys arrive, as the lantern from Rowan's light, this cone of bright light illuminates this scene, and in fact, the whole cavern is illuminated by this huge blast of magic that Marion is channeling. You can see everything around you. You can see that there's kind of scaffolding and woodwork built up into what might be a sort of like platform or like a, some like rocky outcroppings up above with a narrow beam connecting them to each other. But out in the far corner, Beric Brassfist, this dwarf, is like looks over in your direction, and the first thing I'm gonna do is make a free perception check for them. They look over and they're just like, someone's arrived. I can't see who. Are you with, who are you? And he's like calling out like as they begin to punch, and then he's just basically, you can see that there's a Belamorph in front of him. He swings twice with these brass knuckle fists into the Belamorph next to him. The first attack is going to hit. The second attack, unfortunately, is going to miss as he deals some damage to the worker, the Belamorph worker next to him. And then one just punches it right in the face. We then go to Ophelia as you see this scene before you.
All right. I will command Percival, first of all, to stay behind. I don't want my skelly boy getting hurt.
Yep.
My precious, perfect boy.
First of all,
Would you like him to move back through the
back,
party?
please,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Yep. He will move to the very exit. He will draw his short sword and just basically wait in command.
Nice. And then I think I'd like to try and get Ophelia to move towards that column that's behind Marion, and maybe with the intention of trying to climb up it.
Okay. Yeah, this is, it doesn't quite reach the full height. This is kind of like a large kind of pillar of rock. Not quite a stalagmite, but it is definitely like a kind of chunk of rock that's carved out. It definitely climbable. It counts as difficult terrain.
Cool.
And it is 10 feet high, so it would take 20 feet of movement to climb it.
Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so is that what you want to do? Because you've only used 5, 10, 15, 20 feet of movement, so you'd only have 15 feet left, but you can begin to climb.
Yeah, I'd like to try and climb it.
Yeah, okay, so you are making your way to the top. You're not quite there yet. I'm going to put you prone up here.
Can I just call back to the criminals? It doesn't matter who we are. We're here to fix this mess you've created.
Oh, I don't think that they're on our side, lads. Listen, this isn't us. We didn't know that this was going to happen. He's like calling out to you. It's her, and he's pointing up at Marion, basically. Anything else you'd like to do on chance? That's you just at the moment you've still got your
Just
action.
getting my whip ready.
Okay.
Yeah, and
do you want to dash so you can get to the full top?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say now is probably not the right time to say you're under arrest.
Stand down.
Alrighty.
Imagine whipping the thing over.
So you climb up, filling adrenaline rush. You get to the top of this rocky outcropping, ready to go.
I'm gonna hold my whip just ready.
All right.
What?
Something.
Just ready, whipping out.
Firing all cylinders we are.
My brain is just like window shutdown noise.
Yeah. Violate is going to, Regina is going to scoot around to the side and just take a lunging strike at this Belamorph next to her, which does hit.
Ooh.
So there's a whole side on the opposite side where there's no people and all Belamorphs.
Yes.
There's 1, 2, 3 Belamorphs and big Belamorph.
There's actually 4 Belamorphs on the on the left side. My left. Your right.
Is there?
Camera
Where's the
right.
fourth?
4.
Oh, the big guy.
No, there's
Oh,
one,
no,
two,
he's-
three,
I
One,
see
four.
him.
2, 3, 4.
Sorry,
And
yeah.
big boy.
And you got 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. There's 8 small Belamorphs, 1 big one, and then the 3 criminals. And
Criminals
Marion.
are all on the other.
Seemingly so.
Western side.
But you see, she lunges forward in like a fencer's kind of pierces through this creature, nearly killing it, but leaving it wounded as she does so.
They're competent.
Yurgo the eel, because I rolled high initiative over everything else, is going to be like, oh, boss, I don't know about these new ones. Maybe we're just better off killing them, and then we get the rod. And the dwarf is just like, yeah, whatever, Yurgo, deal with it. And he's going to come up to this little barrel, picks it up,
Uh-oh.
scoot over here, and he's going to throw the barrel 5, 10, 15, 20 feet next to this barrel.
Why?
Yeah, and he's going to throw that, and then you see him beginning to pull out what looks like a little sparking kind of like little thing, and he holds that. It's his action to pick up and throw the barrel. Though.
I mean, the barrels are red.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can see that these are like miners' barrels that have been placed around the place. Alrighty, you guys rolled really bad initiative, so it's all the enemies.
We rolled terribly.
So this big guy.
Large lad.
Big Billy Belamorph. Can we call him Billy?
Oh no, actually no, he doesn't get to go yet.
It's all
Get
right
back
for
there,
a
Billy.
fight.
He's slow. These guys.
He's slow.
Oh no,
The
he's
Belamorph
slow.
is EP.
He trying.
EP.
The missile is EP.
Ophelia.
Oh
Splashing
no.
bandits.
These guys are going to dash, and they are hanging onto the side of the column.
Uh-oh.
But they are going to reach you. But some of them are going to have to dash, some of them are not. One of them is going to reach you. The other 2 do get next to you.
Okay.
This one is going to come rushing down.
They might nibble the rock and you couldn't fall. And then it banned.
Nibble the rock.
It bad.
It banned, you dead.
Oh, there's
'Ophelia is dead.
2, 3 blocking our path in.
Yeah.
All right.
And the other 2 are going to dash. So I've
Yeah.
got a couple.
That one's right up
only
in the room.
2 of them. Oh, this one is also going to come down and start nomming on Yurgo. I'm going to do the ones against you guys first. So you have 3 around you, Ophelia, but only 1 gets to make an attack.
Alrighty.
Because only 1 can actually reach you this time. That is that's going to miss. That's a natural 1.
Okay.
So you're kind of climbing on top. They're clambering up after you. Rowan, one's going to come for you. That is only a 9 to hit.
Yay.
So managed to defend that as well. And then the 2, one against Beric. That was cocked. Is going to miss. And then the other one against Yurgo is a natural 20 against
Yurgo!
The eel.
6 points of damage.
He dead.
Plus it got me! So that is all the Belamorphs. So leads us to Xanthius.
Barrett.
Oh, Beric.
Beric Brassfist, the dwarf.
I'm not going to be able to video game this and know the radius of the explosion of the barrels if I was to.
How
something
would
here.
you know that?
Exactly. So I'm not gonna.
Okay.
But the one that's on right in front of Rowan is 10 feet away from me, I think.
Yes, yeah. You're still at range.
So I don't have disadvantage. So
No,
yeah,
you do not.
I will try and lean around the bulk of Rowan And yeah,
blast
another firebolt. 11.
11 to hit.
11 to hit.
Creature dodges nimbly to the side, kind of almost using Rowan between the two of you. Almost seem to know that you don't want to hit your ally. I will point out, all of these Belamorphs, like the regular ones that you fought up in the elevator thing, they're so much more coordinated. Like, they are, like, locked on. They're using tactics. Like, it's using Rowan between you and it to avoid that attack, almost. Like, almost gaining cover from him.
Cool.
The firebolt goes past, hits Marion in the back of the head.
It doesn't do that, but carry on.
Is there... I know I just used an action. I wanted to ask this first. Didn't, but I'm going to ask anyway. Is there something I could do to check, maybe like an Arcana thing or something on Rod?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check, yeah.
Figure out what's happening, what's occurring.
Absolutely, you can make an Arcana check. I'd say this would be a bonus action.
Bonus, okay, cool. That is a 16.
16. You look up Xanthias.
Yeah.
And there's two things. You're still kind of new to a lot of magic, but you've got a sense that whatever she is holding is immensely powerful, and it's very unstable. It is in overdrive mode, and you can feel these pulse waves of energy. In fact, that's something I forgot to do for you, Altheya. When you start to reach the top of this thing, when you're about 15 feet away from Marion, I need you actually to make a strength saving throw.
Strength save. Okay, interesting. Okay.
So as you're climbing up, it's more that like it's not knocking you away, but it becomes harder. Like you're physically struggling to like make progress.
14.
14's enough. Okay. You move within the first 5 feet of that 15 feet away from her. As soon as you enter it, that takes all your movement to get within. So you're actually still climbing up this thing. I forgot about this. But yeah, as soon as you get within 15 feet of her, you make that saving throw as you're like, as you feel like something pushing you away, almost like a magnetic, like a magnet repelling you away. And you're like, but you do manage to get in, so you're now 10 feet away from Marion. So if you can keep that in mind for me, please. But yeah, so Xanthias, you can feel these pulse waves, not really letting anybody get close, and it is just carving through the earth and rock. You have a sense that this thing's power is tied directly to, it almost looks like it's searching, like it's like reaching out, trying to like dig its way to something, and then it's swiftly changing it out of control.
But it's not likely to just turn around. I could do. I suppose, I guess, I don't know if the Arcana check also covers this. Is there a potential repair or a way to, like...
A level of... this magic is very, very strong. You don't know if you're going to be able to repair it. This would probably require immense magic. Like, this is beyond probably any of you or your companions.
Okay, yeah. Like
with a 16... You have a feeling that, like, if maybe Marion is separated from it, it might deactivate.
Okay.
It looks like she's activated it and now it's out of control and she can't shut it off. But if you could somehow get it away from her, it might switch off automatically.
In that case, I'll tell Altheya to carry on going the way she's going and to rip it away from Marion's hands.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, in that case, we go to Rowan.
Holy guacamole.
You have one of these things in front of you.
I'm going to pivot around them, maintaining melee distance.
Yep, you can do that.
So I'm like amongst a few of them, right?
Shift.
Am I within 5 feet of a couple?
You get 2 of them right now. Any more and you will get an attack opportunity, but if you move here, you'll get 2 of them within 5 feet of you.
I grip my fist like so, and then I slam it into the ground. Blue light emanates, and it's a thunderclap.
Oh!
So 5 foot range.
Okay.
Con save, please, of 13 for those two.
Save of 13 for those 2. The first one is going to be a 12. Second one is a 6.
Fail. 1d6 thunder damage, and they are pushed. Oh no, it's just the thunder damage.
Okay.
5 points.
5 points to each.
Yeah.
Damn. Nice. Both of those, we're going to call those G and H. The thunderous force kind of erupts from them. You see it kind of causes their bodies to...
Cool.
Anything else you'd like to do?
That's all me.
That's all you? Alrighty. We go to Daisy next.
Hello. Can I relay all of the information about the scene to Nim?
Yes.
Please. specifically about Marion.
Okay.
And what the rod looks like and how it seems to be out of control. Mm-hmm. And just see how can I help her?
You will hear Nim's voice in your head. Little one, I'm afraid that relics like this are not something I encountered very often in my role. I have a feeling if you can perhaps separate her from the rod, it may shut off the magic. That may enable you to help her, but this power of the Earth Court, you may find it physically hard to reach her, but it will also protect her. It may be hard to strike the object. It will not be easy. If you can find other means, perhaps.
Okay.
Earth enhances one's strength, one's ability to resist, durability.
Okay.
And you can see, like, looking up, you can almost see that around Marion there is almost this shield, like, force of magic that's, like, repelling of, like, Ophelia's, like, struggling to reach through it, but it's also, almost like a barrier, a globe around her.
Does she look like she's unable to let go of the...
Oh, yeah, she's, like, you can see, like, she's just desperately, and she's calling out, like, please help me. She'll probably even, if you give it a few seconds, she's just like, I can't stop it, I can't let go. Like, she's calling that stuff out.
Okay, I guess I will stabby stab.
Okay, the one in front?
The man in front of me.
The Belamorph. In mines, no one can hear you scream. Apart from everyone around you. Everyone
Yeah, and maybe some people outside as well as they're coming down. Like,
in mines, everyone can hear you.
it reverberates quite well.
17
hits.
13 damage.
Whoa!
Nice.
But a similar sensation you feel, Daisy, as this one dies. You feel that kind of poof of some sort of gas or air as you gain a stack of pheromones. And I'm going to write these down this time so I don't forget. Daisy.
Another kill to add to the list. You monster.
They're monsters.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So yeah, poof, and you see the thunder wave as the thunder kind of burst from Rowan. This thing turns around and the thunder wave maybe shifts its carapace, giving you that opening.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
This counts as difficult terrain, by the way. So moving over it, this is double difficult terrain.
Double difficult.
Yeah, this taller one.
Oh,
it's like almost a climbing bit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't really know how to help her. So,
Marion.
yeah. I guess I will move in to...
Indicate with your hand, and I shall move thee.
Behind where Ophelia is. I kind of want to... how far can I get if
5, 15, 20. But then you are... This thing is like 10 feet off the ground.
Oh, right, okay. So how far could I get to the, I'm trying to get up the ladder. I want to kind of
get over there?
Ladder.
So 20, 25, 30, you can get to here. And these creatures are slightly up, so they're not going to get opportunity attacks.
So
You're running
can I
underneath them at this
use
point.
the dash action?
Yeah, bonus action dash.
To kind of climb
10,
up.
15, 20, 25, and you can go 30. Or do you want to stay on
just
the corner?
just on the corner is fine.
Sure. You see the three criminals like, what's that girl doing? I don't know. I don't know, boss. Should I shoot her? Yeah, probably safe. Kill them all.
Don't shoot me! Don't shoot me! I kind of want to go up there and... Is there any objects up here that might... I'm basically looking around because I want to see if I can find something to
That
throw
would be
to try and...
probably more of an investigation.
Okay.
Your next turn.
On my next turn, that's fine.
Yep.
But that's what I'm aiming to... I'm going to look for stuff to
Alrighty.
potentially throw towards the shieldy thing.
Alrighty, in that case, we then go to Gruff. Gruffith.
God, I have no idea what to do in this situation,
it's
but I
tricky.
think what I'm immediately going to do is activate the armor of Oak and Thorn.
Nice. Is that your last one for the day? Or have you got another one
Well,
left?
I don't know if you've...
Uses your wild shape.
Yeah, and wild shape resets on a short rest. And we
Oh,
have
okay.
a short rest, so
Great.
I've got two
Yeah,
more
yeah, great.
cards.
Oh, boy.
Nice.
Didn't realize it reset on a short rest. Nice.
I was
You're a
wondering-
druid?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, we've done this several episodes ago. We've done this several episodes ago now.
Yeah, no, that's fine because that's exactly how a lot of the other druid subclasses work. So if it's on a short rest, you get back.
On a short rest?
Yep, some of them do,
It says-
like Star Druid and stuff does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As an action, you
Wild shape.
magically blah blah blah.
Short rest.
1 hour, and it's short rest. 2 on a short rest.
Cool.
I don't think you get more than
forget.
that though. So.
Yeah. No. But we short rested twice. So.
Also, if Gruff gets knocked, like incapacitated or anything like that,
goes.
it does go. So
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like, gotcha.
So it's kind of like rage and stuff.
But I
Like
can
that.
like wild shape as well, right?
You can do, yeah.
Yeah. Well, in this case, I'm gonna.
If you have the armor, then you can't wild shape and you lose the benefit.
Because that would be crazy if I was a cave bear with oak armor.
Just
like,
as a point that you can't
I'd
use
be
both.
untouchable.
Yeah.
Or as someone put out, if Gruff wild shapes, does he go from standing upright to just putting his paws
You
down?
turn into a human.
Yeah. Here's my wild shape.
And the beast.
What are these hands? Anyway, yeah.
Why am I so much more ugly as a man?
13 to hit.
Sorry, are you just stepping up?
The nearest one.
Do you step up next to Rowan?
But I think on a 13, that's a. Wait, no. Yeah, 13. That's,
Is this just with club? Because Shiley would have fallen off by now.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, the club, you swing, it just bounces off its carapace. Nearly enough force to damage it, but not quite enough. Anything else on your turn?
That's it for me. Very basic bitch turn, but that's where we're at.
It's time for the big boy.
I don't like that. I don't like that. Can't fit. There's so many.
They're too spiky. Games Workshop miniatures, too spiky. He's going to move in, and Rowan,
Hi.
one of his big spiked claws is going to come down on the boy.
Thanks. He's going
What?
to roll a 10.
I rolled a 19. 24 to hit.
Yeah.
8 points of damage.
Oh my god.
This thing is immensely strong. You feel it immediately. And then Ophelia is going to look up at you. It opens its mouth wide and spits acid at you. Oh, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
Oh, can I use my danger sense?
You can. You see it coming. You have advantage.
Yeah. Done.
Well, that's a nat one, it's a good thing. And that was a 9, so...
You never know. Add it all up.
11.
11 is not enough, I'm afraid. You take 5 points of acid damage. And then, do you have any non-metal armor or shields that you're wearing? You're not wearing any armor at all, are you?
That's all of
Apart from my aesthetic stuff.
Yeah, like, artwork is aside.
Artwork is
but
fine. I'm not
mechanically,
wearing
you don't have any
I
armor.
don't have any armor on.
All right, that's in some ways good, in some ways bad. Because you're not wearing any armor, you take another 5 acid damage at the start of your turn. It's like coating your skin and
damn.
burning away at you.
I assume it would
Ophelia
erode armor.
hisses. He's pissed.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
But yes, so at the start of your turn, it is an action to like wipe it off. Another creature can do it on you as well.
Right, okay.
But you are currently
scared.
climbing up the
How are we
thing.
gonna?
I'm real scared.
Right.
I know.
Good. You should be scared. It's tough.
How the fuck are
It's
we
a
gonna
dangerous
fix
world.
this?
Yeah, good question.
You make it swallow the barrels.
That's what I was thinking. Fire barrels in its face.
There's quite a few barrels around, isn't
Yeah.
there?
I was going to
All right.
ask, yeah.
Barrack and his criminals are focused on survival. They're going to punch the Belamorph. He kills this one, gaining a stack of pheromones.
Cool. One down. Good job, Beric. Yeah, but it's an NPC.
For them.
And then with his second attack, he's going to move around and try and fight this one off Yurgo.
He's also got multi-attack.
Yep, he makes 2 punches. He's got 2 fists. He hits with that one for 4 points of damage.
4-4.
I've already celebrated your kills.
So, Yurgo, what are we going to do about those lot? What are we going to do about Marion? We need that thing back. He's just calling up. Ophelia. Della Rosa.
Oh, man.
3 of them. Imagine this, like, Ophelia is still climbing up this thing, trying to get close to Marion. Meanwhile, 3 xenomorphs are, like, crawling up alongside you. And then you've just been spat acid on. You do take that 5 acid damage that I mentioned.
5 acid.
Just make sure you don't take it a 3rd time, because this would be, you took 5, and now you take 5 at the start
I'm
of
trying to
your
get
turn.
it off me.
Oh,
'cause
you've put 3 in.
Yeah.
times.
So it's 5, you took 5,
Yeah.
and now you take the next 5.
10
Start your
total.
turn. 10, yeah.
Yeah, you did.
You need to
15.
heal yourself.
Heal yourself.
No, I think
5.
I've done it right.
You sure?
How much damage have you taken so far?
I've taken 10.
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Shit.
She's rough
This is
then.
bad.
Yeah, I mean, like, you guys are like not that high level.
I'm gonna spend an action to try and get it off me, otherwise I'm gonna
Sure.
be down.
Sure.
Like,
Kind of like with your hands, like, you know, wiping it all off.
gross. And I can't.
Still have your move, and you still have bonus action.
And I'm still trying to climb up.
You're currently, because you have a climb speed, right? So,
Yeah.
like, you're just no problems. Like, you're just
I'm
making
up
your way
now.
If you want to get closer to her, it's another strength saving throw.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right, you will get an attack opportunity from the creatures around you.
Bring it.
I love it. First one is 18 success. You're now 5 feet away from her.
Cool.
First one, miss. Second one, I think that's going to hit 20 total.
Yep.
Third one, miss.
One hit.
Lots of misses. One hit, no pheromones, right?
Yep.
2 points piercing damage.
Okay.
Oh,
Nips you a little bit.
I'm not
reduced
raging.
to. You're not raging yet.
Never mind.
I got no rage left.
Kind of just like digs
forgot
into your
you
leg.
did that.
But you're now like, takes all your movement just to get closer. You can see these creatures are also being affected by it. Like they're struggling. They can't get closer to you now. They are
least
are not
they're
strong
also
enough to get close to you. Yeah.
Nice.
So they're scrambling up after you, but unable to get closer to you. But you are now like 5 feet away from Marion, and she's like, "Please help me!" And just unable to let go of this thing.
Cool.
But that is action, move. You don't have any bonus
No
actions
bonus
left, do you?
Nope.
Alrighty. All right. At this point, Regina, try and come around and finish off this Belamorph. Oh, she's gonna miss though. Glances off his carapace, and then Yorgo, the eel. He's like, "Oh, boss, I don't know. These ones look dangerous. I'm just gonna make sure I look after myself first. You know, you taught me well." And he kind of like chuckles, and he basically like seems to cast a spell, and his form becomes really blurry. He's gonna cast blur on himself.
Okay.
The Belamorphs. So many things.
The ones by the
Standing on Beric.
NPCs.
Yeah, turning on Beric. These three are going to abandon Ophelia and Daisy.
Yep.
The pheromones come chasing
All of
after
them.
you.
Cool.
Just these three.
Just
those
three.
Just those three.
Is it? Are they able to make it in one turn, or is this a dash?
They can make it in one turn because they're
Okay.
not going up against the weight of stuff anymore. I'm going to move these guys so that I can actually get them range. The ladder is up. I just have knocked it down
Okay.
by miniatures.
Oh.
Three of them are going to rush to you. First one, 7.
Oh.
Next one, dirty 20. Third one, a 9.
Oh.
Missing a lot.
Just one.
If one stack pheromones. 3 piercing damage.
Poison
damage. So these things surround you. However, you now have 3 around you. You are overwhelmed. This means that your speed is. Well, it means your speed is 0. And you take some damage at the start of your turn. But we'll see if they can die before that happens. I'm not done.
Well, okay.
This creature moves to the wall and digs right through.
Oh my god.
Oh, so I'm like looking forward, and a face appears next to me.
Hello.
Rowan and Xanthias want to attack each. 14 against Xanthias.
That hits.
And a 21 against Rowan. 4 piercing damage, Xanthias. 2 piercing damage, Rowan.
So I was going to ask, sorry, about mechanically the overwhelm.
Because it's your turn.
Great. Well, the overwhelm thing.
Yes.
Is that like a universal thing? Any 3, or is this just them?
It's
Every
any
three.
three
Any
of the
three around
workers, basically. Any 3 of the little ones.
Oh, I meant like if we had a fight somewhere else, like 3 rogues that's around.
No. This is these creatures.
Right,
Yes,
okay.
These creatures specifically.
Okay.
They're basically that hive mind and their pack tactics allow them. If they swarm you, they basically prevent you from like running away and like moving. They like pinning you down with slashes and strikes and stuff like that. They're like scurrying all over you and like it's like being overwhelmed by bodies, right? Like in a video game, if you get like too many zombies on you or whatever.
Yeah.
It's probably a rule I would use for something like zombies or any kind of like swarming minion-y like creature. Because you've seen these things aren't super tough. Like you can, if you get lucky, you can take them out in one strike, but there's a lot of them.
Yeah, no, I just like mechanically the overwhelm thing.
It's your turn, Xanthias.
So I want to move forward as much as I can without provoking opportunity attack. I can't really see exactly where I am.
Here.
And knowing that Daisy is overwhelmed or surrounded or
Yes.
in shrubs.
In shrubs. You can definitely see at least 2 of them fighting her.
Yeah, I'm going to have to disadvantage this attack, though.
Okay.
Once again,
Why
El
you
Clasico,
disadvantaged?
because of the one next to me.
Oh,
So I'm going to try and get the one, I guess it would be on the ladder. Firebolt. Oh, that is probably not going to do it. 10, unfortunately.
not enough.
But that is okay. And I will stay here. How's Rowan looking?
What dice have arrived?
Pretty rough.
we're not doing fab, and it's been like a second.
Well,
Approximately 6 and a bit seconds.
but the correct person is currently climbing up towards her, towards Marion, I think.
True.
That's going to change things. Yeah, that's basically what I got because I don't want to provoke opportunity.
All right. Rowan. You currently have the big guy and a little guy next to you. You have the big Belamorph, the Belamorph warrior.
I'm going to drop my lantern, equip longsword with both hands, and get to swinging the closest one, which I assume is the smallest one.
It's going to like, basically. I mean, they're both, the big one and the small one are right next to you.
I'm going to hit the big one.
Okay. Get those stats up.
19 to hit.
This thing's armor is thick, and you almost feel for a second that your blow isn't going to be enough, but then you feel like the stones, earth, and strength, and you bite down, and the sword does indeed hit.
I touched my foot.
What is it, D12 of damage?
D10 with a
10.
two-handed.
Nice.
However, Chris Drop, before you roll damage, I'm going to use its defensive carapace reaction. You watch as you strike it, it actually sinks its body in, it kind of tucks its legs in and brings its carapace down. It's going to gain resistance to several damage types until the start of its next turn. It does, however, make its speed 0 as it basically locks itself in place.
Okay.
But it does hit, and you do damage. It's got resistance.
4 to 2.
2 points. No strength bonus or anything added? Or is that with it?
5 to 2.
Yeah, okay. Worth noting, never forget. Never forget.
Although I am exhausted, so would it be...
It's -1 to the attack roll. So,
that would have been 18.
still just barely hits. That is its AC.
I see.
My foot.
Right. Rowan, end of turn. Anything else you want to do?
I will just shout out, maybe the barrels would be good while I have it standing still. Bring them over.
In that case, Daisy Thistleheart. At the start of your turn, Daisy, I'm afraid to say you will take 5 points of damage.
Holy fuck.
Holy fucking shit.
This is just,
Yeah,
you know
it's
what
scary.
to do.
Yeah. Do your best.
I'll attack,
Yep.
because it's all I can do. 19 plus 5.
Yeah, easily hits.
I don't think you have
I don't have
sneak
sneak
attack,
attack because there's nobody
Nope.
there.
But you do get D6 plus your mod.
8.
8 points. That one was already injured. It's enough to kill it.
Nice.
I'm going to take off this.
Double kill.
And then I'll attack.
Pheromones do grow. Your offhand. Yeah.
16 to hit.
Yeah, it does hit.
5 total.
It's just the
Do I-
D4. You don't add anything to your
2.
offhand. 2. Yeah, unfortunately, because you don't have the fighting style, you only get the D4. But you do nick it, weaken the creature. Maybe somebody else can finish it off.
Yeah.
You kill one of them again, kind of falls back. You see these pheromones building. You swipe the next one. Nim desperately trying to keep moving. Don't let them bog you down. You can move now. Remember, you got your bonus action to disengage, and you still got your movement. You're no longer overwhelmed as well because you don't have 3 around you.
Was offhand bonus action.
That's true. Yeah, it was. Yeah. So you have normal action.
Can the barrel that's next to me,
Yeah.
can I try and just tip it off the edge? Not lift it, but
Yeah.
just push it off the edge?
Make an acrobatics check for me. Acrobatics, not athletics. It's Dex. It's Dex based. You might be all right.
Oh, yeah, okay, no, that's fine. 20.
Easily. You kind of kick it over. Boom, dum, 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 dum.
Goes down the ladder.
Rolls. I'm going to leave it there. Rolls next to Rowan and the big guy.
Nice.
And you see that it spills out this fine-grained black and red powder.
I get to do my special ability which you guys don't know yet, which is Kirbying things up.
I've
become a barrel.
But then, you're a barrel.
Right, Daisy, I think that's pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that's your move action to, like, kick the barrel,
That's
basically.
everything I can do.
Gruffeth.
So I guess seeing this, so is the barrel next to the big guy?
It's next to the big guy and Rowan
Rowan.
and you and Xanthias, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, 10 feet from you and Xanthias.
But do I need to like? You're not going to answer this. I was like, do I need to stuff it in so it's like
Stuff it into what?
the
What?
big guy?
that-
Oh, right.
So
If I
underneath.
shoot him enough.
All right, okay.
Yeah, but I have this idea of stuffing it in underneath his carapace because
Yeah,
otherwise
try
his
it.
carapace is gonna like. But then
You
can
could
I?
knock it behind
Is
him a
there
bit
any
more.
like? Yeah, is there any? Because he's gone into defensive mode.
Yeah.
Is there?
He's just, like, shunked
anywhere,
himself down. There's still, like, space under
Like
there.
I can shove it under him.
You could certainly try. You would have to move, so you're going to be getting
Yeah, so
an
I'll get an
opportunity
opportunity attack. And
So
then
you
what
would
kind of a
basically
thing
go-
is it to shove it under him? Try and shove it under him.
Let's say it would be athletics. Because it's physical strength. You are going to... Let me make my 2 opportunity attacks, though,
Yeah.
if that's what you're going for. First one, 7.
Nope.
Nice.
Second one, 21.
What one did that?
It would be this one.
Yeah.
Next to you.
Oh, okay.
It's only 1 point of piercing damage, though. Roll light.
Oh, doesn't even touch my
Yeah, you've got your temp.
temps.
Yeah.
Well, it does touch it by 1.
Little
bit. All right.
I'll probably cry in a second when I make this roll and fail. Yep. 8.
You try and shove it in, but it has these, like, forearms underneath, and it just grips the barrel and is, like, fine with it and pushes you away, and the barrel is where it is. Okay. No progress.
Do I even just move the barrel just a little bit closer to it?
No.
Like, no? Okay.
You rolled an 8. No.
But what I am going to do is I will, because I've moved a little bit, can I...
That would be your action to do the barrel, by the way.
Yeah. But can I move still? Like, do I have like...
So you've used 10, 15, because that is difficult terrain.
So I have 20 foot of movement left? I guess I'll go up towards Daisy.
Yep, so 5, 10. Do you want to go up the ladder? Do you want to, like, get next to Daisy?
Yeah, if I can.
Yeah, you
Because
can.
I'm just
You've got
pressing
enough
that
movement.
an explosion might be happening.
Sure.
I don't want to be next to the barrel
Sure.
when that happens.
Yep, absolutely.
Understandable.
All right, end of turn, Griffith.
That's it.
All right, the warrior cannot move. Its speed is 0, but it is still going to try and make a couple of attacks. Rowan, it's going to make one of its spike attacks against you. Natural 1. Dodge to the side as this big spike lands in the stone, cracking it around you. And then Xanthias is going to spit acid at you this time.
Oh.
That is going to be a... dexterity saving throw.
Oh, so it acts.
Natural 20.
Dodge to the side. The acid
Matrix
hitting the
dodge.
stone behind you.
Coating
sliding down.
Percival.
Yeah, nice.
He's way back. He's fine. He's just chilling, like, with his little sword, like.
He just
Right,
gets the
well, you're-
chemical
And the star-
clean anyway.
Of the next round.
Oh.
Somewhere beyond this place where we fight now,
Put those dice down.
What is that rattling of dice?
we see somewhere beyond mortal knowledge, the realm of gods, the planar realms, perhaps something even further beyond. We see hands working at a crucible, mixing the very fabric of reality, the very nature of luck and fate. As now, I would like to introduce you to a new home.
Oh, is this mechanic?
This is cool. I'm scared.
I
Crucible
try not
of fate. Every time we play from now on, beginning with this encounter, beginning at the start of every session, each of you is going to roll a d6. On a 1 to a 3, a point of fate will go into my part of the crucible. On a 4, 5, or 6, 1 dice will be added to your part of the crucible. You can spend these d6s to increase rolls. But when you spend 1, I will gain 1. And when I spend 1, you will gain 1.
Just like a scale.
Yes.
Oh,
If we both spend them, say you want to add it to an attack roll and I want to increase my AC, or I want to boost a spell save DC and you want to boost a counter spell. If both dice are spent on the same action, they are burnt and removed from the pool entirely.
Forever.
For this
Oh, okay.
the session that we play. So I'd like each of you to take a d6, please.
Wait, so there is 5 dice? How many are there?
Oh, I'll be rolling a d6. as
Okay,
well.
there's 6 total.
I'm scared.
This is awesome.
I'm more scared.
That's cool.
D6.
Hell.
Remember, if I spend it, you get it. So even if you don't generate a lot to begin with.
Oh, which one do I use?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. None of us will go.
Well, maybe. We'll see.
I have a 5.
All right, so we have one
In
5.
your favor.
All right.
You're going to get a fate dice.
Yep. You'll
One
get one.
goes into your pool. I'm
One into
assuming
yours.
1, 2,
2 into your pool.
3,
yeah.
4. What did you get? A 4?
4.
That's 1 for yours as well. I also rolled a 4.
Oh.
We are currently
3 and 3.
3 and 3. Now, these can be added to almost any roll. An attack roll, an ability check, a saving throw. You can use them to boost your AC temporarily, but like I said, if they're used on the same roll, they're both removed permanently. You can also, I might offer you and say, I'll let you do this for a fate point, or I'll let you do this for a thing. That might mean exchanging it, that might mean burning it out of the pool entirely, depending on what you want to do
It's per session.
per session.
Oh, this is
Dude, we need to get some like scales to put
Let me tell you something. I have been desperately trying to find a good set to actually bring out.
Yeah.
I have really struggled to find ones that are good and not ridiculously expensive.
Sure,
But I would love to be able to get that.
I'll have
But
a
I've been
look.
looking
I'll
for.
have a
I've been looking.
Having them like
Yeah.
sat in front of your screen there, just these scales with
Bringing
the
them
dice
out.
on.
Listen, it was something I was desperately trying to find.
That's
So,
pretty well, wasn't it?
I mean, I was thinking about it again. I couldn't find a good model. So,
So we're 3 and 3. Like we have, and then so for our benefit, these are per session.
yes.
Okay.
I just.
And again, no, this is a homebrew rule. Things may change.
Yeah,
I may
no, I
adjust
just-
things. If this is too powerful, I might restrict it and say you can only use it on these, you can only use it on that. But we're going to play around with it. But it's a fun rule. And what this represents is that as our story is being told, there are unseen forces, neither good nor evil. My dice don't necessarily represent evil. I might use them to help you as an NPC. I might ask you to spend them to avoid, other problems, like to make sure things that go wrong with each of your characters, you can kind of resist. So don't think of them as good and evil. These are just the natures of fate. An ill fate or a good fate. It depends.
Yeah.
So think about it that way. But you can use these as you wish.
Yeah. Sorry, when I say
boy.
per session, I mean like if we go into the next one, you have 2, we have 4.
Yeah, we will reset. At the beginning of each session, we will roll to determine the pool of fate.
So,
love this.
just for me, and for podcast listeners, Mark has put down a pool of 3 red dice and 3 blue dice. The blue dice are ours,
Yes.
and the red dice are yours.
Okay.
So at the moment, there's 3 of each on
Yes.
each side.
That is correct.
Cool.
You're welcome, podcast
right.
listeners. I love
Okay.
you.
So I'm going to continue on with the round. But this is all, none of you are aware this is happening, but maybe when you go to make your moves and attacks, if you do add these dice, some twist of fate may happen here and there.
It's like it's beyond our reasoning.
Yeah.
It's just happening.
No one's really aware
felt
of it.
lucky.
Yeah.
Felt unlucky.
Yeah, so it's not something like after this combat we're like, did anyone else role play this?
my hand.
It's just a mechanical.
This is an over-the-table mechanic, but it will have a narrative effect. Like I said,
Okay.
there might be times when I say like, oh, Tom, you want to do that? Give me all 3 of your fate dice, and I might make it happen. Oh, I'll tell you what. Actually, that's really cool. I'll offer you 2 of my dice in exchange for this. Like,
But it's
if
not
you
even
do
like
this
my fate dice. It's like the party's fate.
It is a
dice.
pool, but I will say this: when you spend it, it's not a group decision. You just choose to spend it.
Cool.
Like,
You just have to look
it
at us
doesn't
and
have to
then
be a
I-
veto. There's no voting.
yeah.
If like Trot's just like, I'm adding one.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
It's spent and I use it. Right. Anyway,
Oh god.
Beric
I
Brassfist.
didn't know about that.
First attack hits the Belamorph. Second attack hits the Belamorph. He's got enough minimum damage. He punches this thing to death.
Yes.
Double pheromone right now though.
He does get another pair of pheromones. So Daisy and Beric both have 2 stacks of pheromones. And he just turns around. He's like, looks like the beasties are dealing. It looks like the newcomers are dealing with the beasties. Yorgo, Rosina, get the thing off of her. We need it now. And he's going to point in their direction. But we go to first Ophelia. You are
Alrighty.
currently 5 feet away from Marion.
You can
I'm
do
gonna
it.
keep climbing.
So you want to just get even closer, like right next to her, basically. Like she's hovering in the air, but you could probably like
I've got
reach
my
out to her.
whips. Can I use my whip's 10 feet?
Yeah.
Can I try and whip the thing out of her hand?
You
Indiana
absolutely
Jones
can.
style. Okay.
Cool.
Now, Rhiannon,
Yo.
do you want to add a d6?
I forgot.
So you have to say that before.
Yes.
Right.
I'll allow both. You can say it before. You can add it afterwards. But I do like adding it before.
Knowing my luck, I think it might be wise.
It's quite a pivotal moment, isn't it, really?
Because don't forget, even if you're like, oh, but I rolled like an 18, remember that I do a lot of scaling successes now. So if you score really high above the DC I have in mind, there might be extra effects, or you might overcome something that you really need. So
I'd like to use one, please.
We are able to take it for both.
So I'm just going to take it away. You can add that, you can roll that,
Thank
but
you.
I am going to add red dice.
Is it just an attack roll?
So this is going to be, this is going to be an attack roll. I'm going to, the AC is higher because it's protected by the force field and it's a small object. But if you beat the AC, it will be a contested strength check to see if you can pull it away. If you roll a nat 20, you just get this thing.
Right. No pressure.
Well, we'll see what happens to it because it might like go flying out of your hand or whatever.
20. Not
Dirty
natural.
20.
Dirty 20.
Just barely wraps around the rod. Marion is holding it like, and like she doesn't want to resist, but like the thing is making her take hold of it. I need you to make a strength check now.
Come on.
And that blue dice, I would like that back, please, because that is spent.
Okay, just a straight, no bonuses or anything?
Just straight strength.
No.
Is it the one?
It's the one. It's
Do you know what I rolled?
20? It's a 1 versus 20.
You desperately try. Feel it. Now, I will say this. The whip is going to stay wrapped around it, but for this turn, you just can't. You're like pulling, like the two of you tug of warring, unable to free it from Marion's grip. All right.
Holy shit.
Beric, that one's trying to get the rod. I'll deal with her. 5, 6, 5, 10, 15.
Fucking die. That's the barrels, bro.
Yeah, she will.
Read the room. This is
Cunning action dash.
Right, I'm feeding into her Belamorph.
And then she is going to throw a dagger, basically, at you, Ophelia.
Right.
Shit.
17 to hit,
That'll hit.
unfortunately.
Oh no.
really
4 points of damage.
Oh, shiver me timbers, buddy.
This like dagger wedges into your like thigh, but you're like gripping on.
Wincing, just like every fibre of her being is trying to hold on to this whip.
Boss, what are we gonna do? Yogo is gonna creep around. In fact, actually, Yogo. Okay, boss, the big one, and I can see there's a green guy and a gold guy down there. I think he's a dragonborn. Do you want me to deal with him? Yeah. Get the barrel. And you see Yogo is gonna pull out. He's gonna pull out this like little kind of smoking little packet. He like strikes it with a tinder thing, and he's gonna yeet. I think he's long range, so this is at disadvantage, and he's targeting this barrel.
Oh my god.
With disadvantage. It's a natural 1. With a natural 1.
But where does it go?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say.
Does he blow up his own friend?
I'm gonna say it might go here. I could also maybe make it go somewhere else.
Oh my god.
So what
Yes, do it.
Facing it.
Mark has taken one of the fate dice.
Oh no! I think
he's
I'm going to spend 2 of them. So you get 2. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it so that it misses this one. He just throws it short. But instead of landing here, it arcs over and it's going to hit this ladder.
Okay.
And I'm going to have Gruff and Daisy just make a dexterity saving throw for me. This ladder gets destroyed. 20, success.
5.
Fail. So it's going to be half damage for you, Daisy. It's not too much because this is only like a little tiny, like it's like an ignition pellet, so it's not a big explosion. It's only going to be, so it would be, hang on, let me think. 4 fire, 1 bludgeoning, so 5 points of damage to Gruff, and it would only be 2 points of damage to Daisy. So it's kind of like a firework almost. It does go off, but it breaks that ladder. And it just leaves like the shattered remains of the ladder, but it does not hit the barrels next to his ally. He manages to kind of like, at the last minute go, whoa! like kind of like yeet to the side, kind of realizing he's probably not going to make it. But that's his go. Then the Belamorphs.
One on moi.
These two, Rowan, you're going to get an attack opportunity.
Oh, sick.
And Xanthius, you can also have an attack opportunity.
With what? I miss.
No, they're going down.
Don't worry, Katie, don't worry. You're not the one with pheromones. Who has pheromones, though?
No, I do.
Them three.
I do.
Yeah, but they have pheromones, too.
Yeah, Beric does as well,
Beric
which is
has
where
more.
they're going.
He has more.
Dash round, basically.
We have the same.
No, they have two. They have two each. Beric and Daisy both have. So that's why I'm going to split the Belamorphs up.
It is also difficult for them to get to you.
Yes. So Rowan and Xanthias, attacks opportunity.
I missed.
Missed.
Dagger, I suppose?
Yeah, if you have a knife.
Oh my god, 21.
Yes.
1d4 plus 1? 2.
2 points of damage.
Every little help.
Every little help.
Yeah.
Those two have dashed,
though,
but they don't
run
get to make
off
any
with
attacks. But unfortunately, Daisy, they do get make two of them are going to make attacks
I
against you.
might be bye-byes.
22 to hit,
Yep.
and then 7. So only 1.
No.
Got 2 stacks of pheromones, so that's going to be 3 piercing damage.
Okay, I'm up
I
for
rolled a
now.
1.
One more and I will be dead.
Maybe. We'll see. That is all of their goes. We go to Xanthias.
Zanny.
So this, this barrel is also right next to the pillar that Altheya is.
It's close by. If it's a big
Standing on.
explosion, it would hit it.
Yeah. I want to. So the other ones, they're all just gone. Away from us.
They're all in the crims.
And these barrels are like heavy, so to throw them.
It's possible. He threw one not super far. He threw about 15 feet. 15, 20 feet.
He's a kobold.
Yeah, I want to try it.
No,
I
it was
almost
Beric
wanna...
that threw it, I think, wasn't it?
No, it was the kobold.
Oh, it was an actual barrel he threw. I thought
Yeah,
he
yeah.
just threw a little.
No. He threw
right
it
at the
no.
beginning.
At the beginning,
Right at
he
the
picked up
beginning.
one of the big barrels, yeah.
Actually, I might ask. Rowan, can you get that barrel behind this thing?
Yes.
Great. Work together on this one.
Ready to action?
Ready to action.
Makes the dream work.
I love that phrase. I will throw it, throw a firebolt, at the barrel when it is thrown.
Okay.
Well, not so
Away
it's gonna
from you.
blow up in Rowan's face.
All right, so that's your held action. We go to Rowan.
Rowan is
look
going
at
to
this.
pick up the barrel.
Okay.
Because I am a giant frame, I get to do stuff like this. I count as one size larger.
Yep, so I'm not even going to make you make a check for it. You can easily pick up this thing. Almost one-handed, you can just be like...
Yeah.
Wow.
See like a pulse going through the...
You can throw about 20 feet up to.
I'm going to throw it behind...
So 5, 10... So you can get it about...
Nestle it between
here,
that rock
or like over
and
here.
him. Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
here.
big
that's
boy.
a good spot.
So it blows up his butt.
So
Alrighty.
it was also leaking like the powder as it was
Yes.
rolling. Does that also kind of spill out as it goes over him?
Some of it does, yeah.
Yeah, it works. Fireball.
Fireball goes off. You do need to roll to hit. These are small targets.
It's a small target.
Sorry.
Why?
Sorry.
That was right in the mic as well.
It's like a thunderclap.
It's like
Stop it, put it down.
Take it.
I think I need it. Like this is going to be huge if I get it.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take a fate. So you gain a. What is the name of this mechanic? Sorry, this
Crucible of Fate.
Crucible of Fate. That's
Fate dice. We can just call them Fate dice.
fucking cool. No, it's Crucible of Fate.
A point from the Crucible.
You know what? It should
Crucible
be,
dice.
It should be a drink, and you have blue drink and red drink, and
I have to drink back.
backwash it back in.
Way to ruin the moment.
Oh, okay. So that is a
This fate's real dirty.
10 and a 2. So it is a 12 plus 4, 16.
Well, just about here. I'd say AC was going to be 15 on this barrel. So with that point,
we go.
there is just something as you throw this, Anthias. Maybe it's the barrel it arcs in the right way because otherwise your thing was aimed a bit
Like
too
bounces
high.
off the floor in just the right way.
When it hits this thing, any creatures within a 10-foot radius, so
Great.
right now, nobody except the big boy, have to make a dexterity saving throw. He has not had his turn again yet, so he's at disadvantage because his speed's 0.
Right.
So he's not able to move, so he is at disadvantage. So that's going to be 9 total, so he fails. Would you like to roll this damage, or would you like me to?
It's fire, right?
It's fire and bludgeoning.
Now, is fire coming from a barrel? I can't.
Doesn't
Yeah.
can't do anything with it.
I'll roll that. I'll roll that
right.
damage. What do I need?
It's 46 fire, 46 bludgeoning.
Oh,
Oh, yummy, yum, 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 yum.
86. All right, so
It's like
the,
a kind of mixed
Do
fireball.
you want to separate out the damage for?
Against this thing, yes, I will need the damage separated.
Okay, so bludgeoning damage is 6, 8, 9.
9.
No,
I got
sorry. 6, 8, 11.
11. I am good. It does get half the bludgeoning damage.
5.
A 5. And the fire damage is 7, 9, 14.
14 does not get halved, however. You what? This thing is still not bloodied. It is so tough and thick, but the explosion erupts over this thing, and you can see it.
Cool. Using the map.
It was using the map, and also I just love co-op turns.
Good
Yeah.
Teamwork. Loved it. Alrighty.
Throw someone now.
Rowan, that was your action.
Toss me.
You still have bonus action and movement if you would like.
Don't tell the Leonin.
I'm going to hold fast on that big boy and make sure it doesn't get near anyone else.
Okay. In that case, Daisy Thistleheart.
Stance.
Hello, I would like to kill the boys.
Yeah, you have Gruff up here now with you.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I don't know. Maybe not, though.
Oh.
Yes.
Is it the end of my go?
It would be, yes. Why? What's up?
I was going to adjust bonus action, Bardic Inspiration, Grufford.
This is why I ask, is that the end of your turn? So just remember next time.
I'll remember next time, Dad. Sorry, Dad.
Thank you. All right, Bardic Inspiration of Gruff.
It's a magical guidance, this one, so if you were to heal someone, this D6...
Well, you can use it, you can use it on attack rolls, ability checks, saving throws,
but
or
also
magical
for
healing.
Wow.
Right.
And I don't have to use it straight away.
Stop
You
it
can
with the
spend it when you
dice,
want.
Mark.
They look really
Well, I'm reminding you they're there, that's all.
I will not. It's a 13, so it's not going to hit. But
Okay.
we
all right.
use quite a lot of those.
There's still 3 though.
If you want to use it,
It's
use
just
it.
one more point, so.
But we've got 2 boys on
Right?
us.
Is there an AC 14?
But you believe so.
Do it.
It's a guaranteed.
All right, you can roll it. I'll add another red one for me.
So currently, podcast listeners, Mark has 4 dice. We have 2.
Thank you. So you do hit. 14 is the AC.
And I get sneak attack.
You do, because Gruff is right next to you.
Friend.
12 points of damage.
You annihilate this thing.
Then I'll try and stab. That's 13 plus 5 to hit with dagger.
We'll hit. 13 plus 5, 18. Just a d4. 1 point of damage. Alrighty. So you kind of turn around, stab the knife into the next one behind you, but thinning out the herd as you go. Anything else on your turn, Daisy? It was a bonus action to make your offhand attack.
Hop up, so I'm still in its range, but hop up onto that crate behind,
Yeah.
just so I'm not quite right on the edge. Yeah. Then I'm.
We'll take 15 feet of your movement to get there, but easily done. Alrighty.
That's me.
Alright, Gruffith.
If I was to try and shove the Belamorph that's next to us off the ledge so it lands near the crims,
It would land down here, yes. It would.
what kind of a thing would
So it's a shove attack, so you make a normal attack. If you hit, I believe you just shove 5
A
feet.
stalagmite right in front.
Yeah, you could just stab it on. Stab it on
Put it over there.
It probably, because it's only 5 feet, I don't think it would go far enough.
I kind of just want it to go near the criminals of the
Okay.
hope that
Sure.
it'll deal
Block
with,
'em.
like,
Maybe.
it'll screw
Yeah,
up.
so it's an attack roll, and if you hit, you just push 5 feet. And so you would knock it off down onto the ground. And it will take some fall damage as well, because you're about 15 feet up.
So an attack roll, but what kind
That's
of, what modifier would I add to that?
It would be as if using your quarterstaff or an unarmed strike.
So if I cast Shillelagh,
Yeah, then you would use your shillelagh attack
So
roll.
use it, Shillelagh. Okay, so I'm going to bonus action cast Shillelagh.
Yep, shillelagh. Shillelagh.
Do I want to add my bardic inspiration to this?
It's up to you.
Nope. Natural 20!
Fortunately, you don't get all the extra damage, but you do successfully shove this thing down.
Big ol'
Roll a d6 for me.
6.
Oh,
Take 6 points of damage.
nice.
You're welcome.
Holy shit.
Hell yeah.
Is it prone as well, or?
Yeah, it would be. You're full
Nice.
prone.
Prone and
Well, actually, no, because these things have a climb speed. I'm going to have it just land.
Like a cat.
yeah.
A gross cat.
And it lands down. But it does kind of like looking up, looking back, it focuses more on the dwarf. Like, you stupid lion man, what have you done that for? It's just like looking at you.
You're trying to attack my friends.
Your accent went a bit like mine.
I know, it went a bit weird there.
Anything else, Gruff, on your turn?
You didn't introduce yourself first.
Hey, hold on, I gotta
So
get
bonus-
into... Hello, my name is Gruff.
There
I'm
it
from
is.
tomorrow.
So you've had your action. You've done your bonus action.
You attack my friends. I'm gonna stay here with Daisy.
All right, okie dokie.
You're from tomorrow.
Tomorrow. But also
From the future.
from tomorrow. And you're not there, Lily.
It's gonna Kool-Aid Man through the wall
Oh no.
to get Xanthias and Rowan in range. First attack is going to be against Rowan. 15 to hit you, Rowan.
That will hit.
Oh no.
You're using a.
Oh!
He's using one of his own fates
So we're back to the
damage.
3v3.
on damage.
On
Nice.
damage.
6. Rowan. As this spike comes down, just catches you in the neck, and something like, maybe it was as you twisted the barrel, it's 10 points damage, I'm afraid. Which I believe
I'm going to
puts you down.
slam my fists together, causing a pulse again through the abstract gradient patterns of my arms for stubborn endurance.
Oh!
So I can roll a d12 plus 2 and reduce the damage by that.
All right, well, you're taking 10 at the minute, so let's see what happens.
6.
6 points of damage, you take 4.
That's awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Keeps you
How
up.
often do you have that?
2 per long rest.
What?
That's so
per
cool.
long
That's
rest.
awesome.
That's
Basically,
so
Stone's
cool.
endurance.
Yeah.
Twice.
I want that's cool.
Donor's endurance.
What?
We watch as Rowan,
Thing.
just the stubborn nature of your giant's blood and like this geometric pattern and the stone and the earth protecting
Like a
you.
mixture of the Dale Giant.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's so cool.
The other, as that one comes down on you, the other one is going for Xanthias. That is only going to be a 13 to hit.
Just. That's like the fourth attack in a row that's been exactly my AC.
Oh!
Go for it.
Mark is out for blood.
he is.
I'm
got a lot
playing
of
it to
fate
the
there.
initial thing.
Yeah.
That is going to be, however, a lot of damage. 11. That is going to be. Yeah, I think you're. Well, we'll see. 15.
Okay. Just like Rowan, my geometric shapes curve around
He's
my
runes,
wrists.
he's got his
Both
runes.
of them overlaying on top of each other. I'm going to reduce this by 2d6.
Yep. Because this
but
is
it
both of
uses
your
both my
runes that
runes.
you spend, yeah.
But man, the visual of this thing just like pinning into both of us.
And it's just literally tunneled through the wall to get to you both.
I'm going to have a little glance over, like as we're both just absorbing this damage.
Yeah. I mean, we glance over. I like.
Roll your
I
2d6,
gotta
my
catch
boy.
it and slip, and it stabs me in the chest.
They're reduced by 7, so I take 8.
You take 8 points of damage.
God.
I mean, it's still like
I mean, I'm on.
another one of those. I don't have any more blocking, but
Yeah. But that is it, and we go to the top of the round. The dwarves now being assailed. His first attack misses. His second attack does, however, hit for another 4 points of damage, taking out one of the Belamorphs that he's been fighting, gaining him another stack of pheromones, though, bringing him to him and Daisy are just like knocking these things out and like just stacking up these pheromones.
It's just the big boy.
The big boy is the problem.
They're gonna get the rod! Get it! Get it! Ophelia.
Come on, Ophelia!
get the rod! Get the rod!
3!
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Two?
Dice me, please.
More than one?
Oh, you guys can only spend one at a time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unless it's a special thing. Unless it's a
This
special
is
thing.
very special.
Would you like me? I'll put it this way. Would you like me to be able to roll 4d6 to a damage roll? No.
I thought you spent 2 on.
Yes,
Rowan.
for special stuff, I'm going to allow it. But it's going to be.
Yeah,
it's
murdering
gonna
Rowan's
be,
special.
It's going to be. It's GM decision.
You used one on Rowan, one on me.
Yeah.
He used 2 on something though.
You used 2.
Yeah, for the barrel thing.
the
It's
barrel,
a special
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
But you guys get it because you guys have specific things. Whereas as the GM, I'm going to be like, yeah, this is a narrative twist of fate. If there's an opportunity, I might say to you, like, if you spend X amount, I'll let you do this, or I'll let you do this, and stuff like that.
Come
But
on,
this
Reed.
is being added to an attack roll.
Come on, Ree.
Just
Put those
strength.
dice in place.
You got this.
At the end of the day, the GM's
Oh, that's
always going to be like
D6
making
is
rules.
cocked.
Okay, yeah, we can re-roll the d6.
13.
13 is not enough.
Roll more!
Like the whip uncoils from the rod as she manages to wrench it back free.
Telling you.
Yeah.
So the whip is uncoiled.
Yeah, so that was like your attack to basically try and like maintain your grip on it, basically.
We need a
Oh,
dice chest.
dice jail.
Put them
Here's
all,
a brand
put
new
all
dice
of Rhiannon's
jail.
dice in
Courtesy
there
of
right now.
Crispy.
Oh, thank you.
In it goes. She gave us a bigger one because we
Seal it away.
Seal it
Doesn't
away.
matter. It's
Seal.
done bad. It's been naughty.
Spent money on that
It's
one.
got to do time.
Bad That one's not been nice to you this whole time, Ray.
I got a nat 20 on my initiative. You.
You're doing hard time, son.
I'm doing fucking great with my rolls.
Well, I can't do any bonus actions, so I've got no rage left or anything.
Nope.
Just gonna stay put.
Are you not prone anymore?
I don't think so.
I think you're just on the pillar, right?
On the pillar.
We are going to see Regina, the kind of bravo, seeing that you are struggling, the whip is uncoiled. She's going to take out another dagger and she's going to aim it at Marion and try and like throw the dagger to knock the thing out of her hand as well. Okay. I need a nat 20. I do not get it. It kind of just gets deflected away. Yeah, I needed it for this. Yeah, because it's an NPC. I don't want to give them like unfair sort of thing. The eel.
Boss, I'll kill this one, boss.
He's going to come at it with his little dagger. Natural 1. He fails.
I kind of want him to live. The rest can die.
You go the eel.
Yeah.
You just have a little thing for the little kobold dudes, don't you?
They're sweet.
Poor Beric. Well, I say poor Beric.
Asshole.
Yeah, he's an asshole, but he's also holding them off right now.
Yeah, he's. This is like the scene in the movie where the bank is being torn apart by the enemy. First one's going to hit. Second one is going to hit. Oh. He has 3 stacks of pheromones.
He's dead as fuck.
He's going to take 11 points of damage. Okay. He's bloodied. He watches they're like ripping into him. Like, oh, no. It's the first time he's really been hit as well. They keep missing him.
Yeah.
But they are tearing into him now.
I think Eric's tougher than all of us.
I mean, you
might be.
NPCs are. Xanthius Oregon.
Did you say Oregon?
Yeah.
Well, it's not.
Keelek.
I think
Quillek.
I originally spelt your name as that in here. I need to change that.
Well,
It does
Oregon.
sound like
well.
Zanny.
Yeah.
Zanakin.
Professor X. You did.
I did spell it as Oregon.
It's not Oregon. It's Oregon.
Oregon.
It's very different. Oregano. I need to get away from this big boy bag of dicks.
disengage.
God, yeah, I could
Action to
disengage, but
Just make a run for
I
it.
don't know what else I could do. I've
mean-
got no things. He'd kill me.
He is a big boy.
He's the biggest of boys.
I gotta. Oh God. I'll disengage. Is he currently hunkered down as well, or is he still? He's
no, he
backed
hasn't
up?
been hit, so he hasn't done it again.
I'll disengage and run
10,
almost as far
15.
into the room to the east side, so towards your
20.
left.
20. 30 over here.
Yeah. And I don't really have any bony actions.
Rhiannon, are you just staring down 2d20s to like will them to do your bidding?
Yes.
I do have a bonus action.
Yes.
I want to use my breath weapon.
What?
I'd say you can turn around and do it before you leave. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep.
I completely forgot about this.
Yeah, you can do this
dang
before
ass
you
dragon
disengage and
boy,
then
yes.
move. Yeah.
So he has to make a dex save.
Now he hasn't hunkered down, so he doesn't have disadvantage, but he's not the quickest. That is an 11 total.
13 is what he needs, which is 2d6 fire damage.
Which doesn't get
Oh, his
reduced.
face!
You want to add some dice to that?
You want to read some dice?
Do I add my dice to it?
He's only got 2.
No, please don't. I don't have healing.
No, I can't. I'll just do the 2d6 regular ass fire damage.
Sure.
Do you want to add any
wanna
fate
add
dice?
a fate
Nah.
Alright.
Just 2d6. 8.
8 points of fire damage. No resistance to that. As the fire burns away, you see the creature stumbling and roaring as it is badly damaged. As you bloody this creature, you watch as it burns away, as the fire engulfs its flesh and the wounds begin to bleed, that thick acid blood. Both you and Rowan take 1 point of acid damage.
Good thing I didn't.
But then you disengage and you run away.
Yeah. Good luck, Rowan.
End of turn.
not-
Rowan.
I'm going to have to disengage from this creature as well.
Yep.
And make a little run for it. probably near Xanthias.
If you can get all the way down to here if you want.
I will do so. Looking at this void here.
Yes.
What is
this?
that?
Is where the rod is carving like a cavern and like a very
So it would
deep.
hurt to go in there.
You do not want to fall in this. I will tell you now, falling in this could easily be a full character death. Like it is so deep. It's like imagine like it's been carving through and like falling all the way to the bottom. Like it's not like infinitely deep.
Yeah.
Like, but you might roll down and like the laser itself, like this magic spell is like carving through it. If it does affect flesh creatures, like falling into that spell will be bad.
Yeah.
So, Chris Trott, this is Kim Richards speaking to you here.
Hello.
I just want to remind you of Tomb of Annihilation. Don't do that.
Don't put your body parts in
Darkness
Don't
calls to us.
don't put your head in the sphere of
and we
annihilation.
shall answer.
Good moment in High Rollers history.
It was the best. Ted still talks about it to this day.
I am going to not do much because I don't have.
It's your
anything
action.
with
You've
my
moved. No bonus actions left.
So I just jump backwards.
Okay. Daisy.
What did we just say? What did we just say?
Is there anything around me? Can I look and see if there's any objects around me?
What are you looking
I can
for?
throw? I want to try and throw stuff at at the rod in her hand.
What, like just to knock it out?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll tell you what. If you spend fate dice, you can absolutely find something you can throw. Like you can find like an object, like a dagger.
Investigation check.
Well, because I'm offering.
Sure.
You can make an investigation check if you want, but if you fail it, then you don't find anything. But I'll let you spend a dice, and you can just find it.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll spend a dice, and I'll find an object, and I'll try
A shoe.
You won't believe this. You found a magnet.
Searching through the rummaging, you find it would be probably something heavy, maybe like I'm trying to think here, like something like the head of a pickaxe, but it's like shaped in a way that like it's got some good heft to it. It's like a good throwing weapon. You're not going to have disadvantage. Like this is normally you'd have an improvised weapon, you'd have disadvantage. This one you can just throw it as if it were a dagger, and you can just throw this. And
So it'll be the same.
Same profile as using your dagger. Yep, I'm going to say it's a finesse weapon, like the head of this thing, and you can throw it. Now, you again, like I said, you have to hit a decent high AC to hit it, and then it will be a check to see if she can maintain hold of it.
Okay. No.
Was it low?
I rolled a 4.
All right. So the thing goes,
So I got a 9.
dum, 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 goes flying past, and does
around
not
the
land.
Dead.
Yeah. Anything else you want to do on your turn? Bonus action?
Oh, actually. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done this. I kind of wanted to. If I went over to the table that has a lantern on it,
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, yeah.
is it too much to pick up the lantern and throw it down onto that point? Just drop it down.
I'll tell you what, because I made you spend a fate dice to do that, sure, I'll let you do it. I'll basically say this is going to be your
Thank you,
action.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think that like that's spending a fate dice is a big thing. So you grab this, kind of
Drop
hop
it onto
over,
his little face.
and throw this down. Cool. I'll make a dexterity saving throw for this guy. Well, I don't even think I can boost that to high enough. That's going to be a fail. It's only an oil. I'll tell you what, he's going to start burning. So I'm going to give him the burning condition.
Yeah.
It'll be a d6 at the start of its turn. He's going to take d6 of fire damage, as long as he's on fire. All right?
Cool.
Because the oil's kind of coated him and that's now burning. Whereas the fire breath is like magical, one and done. This is going to keep burning away. Alrighty. Gruff.
DM question.
Yes.
So Mage Hand Bird, babe.
Yes.
Babe.
Seeing kind of Altheya and others struggle getting through the kind of field of magic.
Mage hand is a physical thing, so it will have the same problem.
So
It
yeah,
won't be
sending
able
the
to
bird
pass
to
through.
kind of would not work, would it?
Would not be able to pass
It would
through.
be a heckin' struggle.
Pure strength.
Yeah.
To get close to them, yes.
A little squishy burb would be squishy. In which case, can I jump down on top of what's her name?
Regina.
Gina.
Yeah.
Like, can I don't want to like. I want to kind of like almost like just smother her with my body, like try and restrain her.
Yeah, grapple.
Like just
That'd be a grapple attempt.
jump down, grapple. and-
Surprise!
Let me just see how well you jump down, because it is like a 10-foot drop.
Okay,
So
so what do I need?
acrobatics.
Acrobatic.
Yeah.
+1.
Okay. It's not high DC. It's not-
Okay, and
not
so
a
it's
big
just
call. Yeah, this is to see if you fall prone and if you take any damage.
gonna be so dumb if I fuck it up.
That's level 2.
13.
13's enough. Yeah, you land pretty well. You're a big cat man. You land down, poof, don't take any damage. Now you make an attack roll using your unarmed strike. If you just want to grapple her with like your paws and stuff.
Big linemen should get a bonus to landing on their feet.
Yeah.
True.
Cat leap.
Yeah.
Because Tabaxi have like something to
They have like a slow fall thing where they
Like, yeah.
don't take damage and stuff.
Yeah.
They're not lions though.
Not lions, though.
With big cat man.
Big
which is
cat,
funny.
too heavy.
Yeah. It's a big cat just floating down.
Yeah. This would be an unarmed strike.
Splayed
So
out.
no shillelagh.
This would not be shillelagh because you're physically losing your arms to grapple her.
9.
That's probably not going to hit.
Yeah, so I rolled a 9.
got
As in,
inspiration?
I do have inspiration.
You haven't used your inspiration.
Would that have been before the?
13.
13 against Regina is not enough.
How many do we have? We have 2 left.
2.
No. I'm not going to do it.
Teasing.
Alrighty. So you try and grab her, but she's slippery, just like, what do you think you're doing? Get your hands, get your paws off me. She just kind of turns to you, brandishes the blade in your direction. Alrighty. At this point,
Be Barney.
he is going to burn. Roll a d6 for me, Katie.
Burn him. Burn him. Burn him down.
Fowa.
4 points of damage. He burns. He's going to charge forward and just try and get to you guys.
So between me and me and Rowan again.
Yeah. Yeah. Just senses this presence. Alrighty. Hits. Against you, Zan, that's a 9.
No.
Against Rowan, it's cocked. 17.
What's wrong on?
2.
No.
I'm not going to spend my points yet. That is going to be, 8 points.
Oh, damn.
Stone's Endurance Part 2.
Yep. I was going to say, you got another use of it.
Electric Boogaloo.
So D12
Plus
plus
2.
2. 10.
All right, you nullify all the damage, like kind of really feeling the strength of the earth filling you. You resist this thing as it slams into you. Very to quickly wrap things up here, Beric is going to try and finish off one of these Belamorphs. First attack hits, second attack misses. He's going to do 4 points of damage to this Belamorph, bloodying it.
Cool.
Then Ophelia.
Well, if it's bloody, does it acid spit on him?
No, these ones don't.
Just the big boy.
No, these guys haven't been acid spitting when they get bloodied, unlike the first ones up by the mine. Ophelia.
That's a grumpy face.
I'm just torn about whether I should do something really stupid or
I mean, I love.
stupid.
I'd be very willing to reward silly.
He's got a
crazy.
penchant for stupid.
I love it.
And there's 2 fate dice.
I'm like, do I grapple her and then fang bite her and try and like make her unconscious by drinking all her blood?
Jesus Christ.
I think that sounds rad.
She's not a warrior. She's a miner. She's tough, but probably not that tough.
Not a lot of
It would
blood.
sate you as well.
It would sate me.
And you're close enough. Like you're fighting this thing. Like, but you're in range to like try and like
With pain working.
Bree, when we first entered this encounter, however many minutes ago, my first thought was, I should cut her arm off. So that's where I was. So
This
I
is more humane.
fully
Is that
support
Gruff
this.
or Kim?
That was
was
Kim.
Kim.
That was Kim.
No, Gruff wouldn't think that,
No.
but Kim would.
Kim would.
What are you doing, Ophelia? Need an answer.
Yeah, I'll do it.
So you're just gonna like lounge, like push through this last remaining barrier.
I'm sorry. And just
Give me an attack roll with your bite. Nom, 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 nom.
don't.
There's 2 fate dice.
See how it goes.
Good
Is
night.
it a 1?
Good night. I'm going to bed now. It's 9.
Well, she's not wearing armor or anything like that.
Wait,
like,
9 plus.
9 total.
Oh.
Oh,
There's a fate dice.
I don't know if that would make too much.
Well, she's
Not wearing
unarmed.
armor.
Probably
Oh,
wouldn't
go
need
on then.
much.
Go on then.
Go on then.
Kill.
Go on then.
You roll a
Don't
1.
worry about it. Don't worry about
What'd
it.
you get?
It's 10 total.
10? She's not wearing armor.
Yeah.
10 is enough.
Yeah.
Like, this is why I was like,
God.
no, she doesn't have any dex. She's tough, but it
is
doesn't
so
now. But
shit.
can you do enough damage? Is the question.
Yeah.
Still hit.
Well.
I mean,
Yeah. I've got my fanged bite action,
Yep.
which doesn't really do. It's actually worse than my just that fanged bite attack. So.
Oh, that would use your fanged bite attack. That's what you should use. What is it? D4 plus what?
D4 plus 2, so 4 total.
4 total, yeah, because you're not raging. Your fangs sink in. Now, do you want to use one of your like boosting ones, like that? You can either heal,
Gain hit points, or gain a bonus to my next ability check or attack roll.
What do you want to do?
Regain hit points.
Okay.
S'il vous plaît,
So what, 4 hit points you get back. But you bite into her, and she's like, you couldn't feel it, but that blood, there is magic flowing through. There's that metallic, almost iron-like taste to this blood. And you can tell that whatever this magic that Marion, this woman, is channeling is having subtle changes on her, permanent changes. And there's the taste of metal and iron kind of fills the blood as well. There's an earthy taste to it. But it's delicious and powerful. It fills you with that raw strength. Her eyes kind of flutter, but she is not fully knocked unconscious yet. But she is heavily weakened as you do so.
Okay.
Alrighty. Just to wrap up, a couple of things. I ideally get to the last round of combat, and then we might have to go to break. Gruff, Regina is going to turn on you. Try and jump on me, will you? And she's going to try and strike you with a rapier. 9 to hit, though.
Nope.
Does not hit. Kurgo the eel is going to try and help finish off these Belamorphs with his boss. He misses with his knife. Belamorphs.
Yago.
Both hit Beric.
Oh, God.
He's got 3 stacks currently. And there's going to be 7,
Actually, do I care?
10, 11, 12. You watch as Beric is buried beneath the 2 of these Belamorphs. Get him off me! Yago! Help! As he's ripped apart by these 2
Oh my god.
I feel a tiny bit bad, but not massively.
So this is even like death save. So
You just hear that. You hear Yago the eel just like, Regina, the boss is dead. We gotta get the fuck out of here. Xanthius.
That's got to become red mark.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I already added it.
Nice.
The
Oh no, I didn't.
the metal pick boomerang that Daisy threw.
Yes,
Somewhere over there.
It kind of came in this
it's in your direction. Yeah.
Like, there is a part of me that wants to catch it and throw it, but I'm bad at catching and throwing.
What do you mean?
So it's on the
catch
ground. You can just
Oh,
pick
it's
it
on the
up.
ground. I almost, if it were like still in the air or whatever.
No.
It was a while. No, it wasn't. It was literally your last turn.
I feel like it's been a while.
You'd see Ophelia like on, kind of like have you like grappling Marion up in the air, like hanging on to like.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's nice.
She's got some food.
If I was to throw this thing, would it still be at disadvantage because of the Belamorph next to me?
It's ranged attack, mate.
I'm gonna have to just try and finish this dude off.
Yeah. He's the biggest threat right now.
But I don't want to move away, so I'm gonna do a disadvantage firebolt on him. Yeah, disadvantage.
Okay.
I'll take the
Last one.
I'll take the fate.
All right.
Cool. So I would get. Oh, big boy.
Well, before you tell me the result, before you rolled, I was going to add this to his AC, so we're both going to burn these. These are going to disappear permanently. I'm going to add this to his AC. So that blue dice and that red dice are now permanently gone.
Okay. Well, I got a 2 on my dice.
You roll an extra red there.
Huh?
There's 5 there.
5, there's 6 dice in total.
Yeah.
There's
My
6 dice. You always know how many max dice there are.
on the D12 I got a D20.
Now we know that
I
there
got
is.
12. So I had 14
Nice.
plus 4.
4.
18 is what I got.
18 is what you got. I added 3 to his AC. 18 is not going to be enough. So you watch as, you kind of twist and turn as the flames engulf around, unable to fully strike the creature.
Okie doke.
Disadvantage really, coming in.
Yeah, no, I know. I don't want to move
Alrighty.
because he's going to hit me. Well, he's going to hit me anyway. So that's my turn.
You can see, like, Ophelia latched onto Marion up above, this rod's in her hand, but, like, nearly out. The creature right in front of you, Xanthius there, trying to blast it with fire, but its armored carapace kind of deflecting away. This thing still is looking hurt, but, like, it's still, strong.
Can I pivot around the back of it?
Yeah?
I imagine it's very big, right? Very heavy.
Yeah?
Rond.
Keep in mind we don't have any fate on our side.
I want to Captain America him into the laser.
I mean, you can't pick him up. He's way too big for that, but you can try and shove him.
Although you can
What if
throw
you
as
did
a
it-
size larger than you, don't you?
Yeah.
which is
He's a size larger.
Yeah, I know, but like
push, yeah.
He's still a big boy.
he still can't pick him up.
no,
and throw him.
yeah. I'm just.
But that's why I'm letting him shove him because Jotner did count as well.
Your pile drive.
Alrighty. So it's an unarmed strike. You're gonna hit him first, and if you hit, then you push him 5 feet.
If this pops off, I
love this
I'm ready
so
for
much.
this to pop off.
Keep in mind that like 5 feet might not be enough to get him over the edge.
Natural 20.
Are you joking?
He's not. He's cooking. He's cooking.
He's cooking!
It's too good. It's too good. You watch, and it becomes like this. I'll tell you what is what it's going to be.
That's so fucking cool.
Are you like locked in with it and you're currently
Yes.
trying to push it off?
That's what I'm going to say. With the nat 20, because normally a shove is only 5 feet, but you just dig your heels in, pushing on his back as he's turning to strike you, and you watch as like he digs the claws in, it scrapes along the stone as he's on the edge of this thing. His big talons like buckle in. I am going to roll. I'm going to use a bunch of my fate dice. What's your strength score?
It is a 13.
I'm gonna roll 3d6. If I beat your strength, it's gonna stay in the fight on the edge. If I roll under your strength, it goes in the chasm.
What's your strength?
13.
13.
You watch as Rowan in this Herculean effort just, and you watch as it's the stones that break and slip away underneath it, almost as if the cavern is collapsing as this mining like magical spell is carving through it, and its feet crumble away. Bum 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 bum. The creature rolls into this carved chasm, stumbling away, burnt by the magic of the spell as the rod carves it away.
Shit.
I think out of fairness, I'm going to collapse prone.
When that thing dies, these creatures become terrified and immediately flee.
Nice.
That's good or
Dig their
bad.
way.
If only Beric survived one
And
more
then
time.
Fuck him.
Mince me on the floor.
yeah, oh yeah, he's very
I
dead.
was 2 seconds away from retirement.
An incredible nat 20, well-deserved narrative win.
Well done.
Daisy.
Holy
Oh shit, me. Okay.
We have stuff to do.
Yeah, can I put this ladder
Yeah.
down?
This is a bit too high. You can help get down, but it's a bit too high up here.
Oh,
You could definitely come down to here and put it down, but
sure.
yeah.
I guess.
So you can get back there easily enough. Look. Carrying the ladder. Dunk.
I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what to do when someone's flying in the air and you can't reach them.
Well, she's only 10 foot up, isn't it?
There's an aura around
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
and
So
I'm
kind
not
of like
strong
pressing
enough to break
against it.
through.
Yeah.
I
I mean, you can try and throw another weapon. Like you've got, you could try and throw a short sword or something like that.
don't
Try
want
and
to
like,
throw my weapon, but I will try and throw something else.
sure. Make an investigation check. You throw the ladder.
There's a chair.
Can we get those faith dice that you spaffed?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just so that they're visible for us.
Sure.
We have 3. Mark has 2.
Is Rowan? Are you unconscious?
There should be one less, shouldn't there?
Should be one less.
Yeah.
Have I done that already?
One less.
Because
I'll
they
just get rid
burnt
of
Three and
one.
two, right?
One.
Oh, right, fine.
I get rid of
He's prone.
Oh, 2 burn.
He's not.
He's just prone.
just
He's just tired.
not-
I'm just
He's a tired
exhausted.
boy.
Yeah, I would say add another level of exhaustion actually. Yeah, for that nat 20. It's a cool effort, but like fucking
Big effort.
It wiped you out.
Yeah.
I guess I'll make an investigation check.
Sure.
Or something. See if I can find something to throw. 16 plus.
Rifling
16.
around, yeah, you kind of dig around. You find like kind of like a piece of maybe like chain that's been used as part of like this forging thing. It's like a short piece of chain, like a way to. You might be able to like wing that and kind of throw that.
I will try and do that.
Sure,
Why not?
sure. Same as your dagger.
Nope. I rolled a 3.
Just picking up and throwing whatever you can find, desperate to try and get there. And then, all right, Gruff, I just want to get to the end of the round.
Does Viconia look like she's gonna run?
Regina, like, she looks
Regina,
back at,
sorry.
yeah, she looks, Viconia hits Baldur's Gate character.
Yeah,
That's
never
fine.
mind.
Baldur's, she looks over at the eel, Kurgo, and it just like looks back at all of you, just like, it's not fucking worth it. This was Beric's idea. Let's just get the fuck out of here. And definitely is like, looks like they want to book it and run.
Would he arrest her though? Yeah, he would. I'm going to non-lethal damage, knock her out.
Shillelagh?
Try to knock her out. So just
Shillelagh.
natural 20.
This is when we need him.
It's a slight tap on the back of the head.
All right. Well, give me. So it's max damage. So what's it normally? D8.
1d8 plus 3.
So it'd be 8 plus another D8 plus 3. So we're looking at 11 plus a D8.
I rolled a 3 plus
14.
Yeah, 14. Yeah. And
14 points of damage. You watch as she is knocked out cold. Thump. Just as she turns around on the back of the head and falls and stumbles.
Awesome.
Kurgo just throws his hands up. He's like, I surrender. Maybe let me go. I'm just they forced me to do it.
Is
That's
it
being
Kurgo or
dishonored.
Yurgo?
Yurgo.
Yeah.
I keep saying Kurgo. Yurgo. Right, with that, without any more threats really on the board, Ophelia, you're going to go at the top of the round. You can basically finish this off, right? Because I think that at this point, you can easily just bite again, or like even just like choke hold Marion to like knock her out at this point. She's very weakened.
I think she'll keep biting her, but as she feels like her strength returning, you can see like she starts maybe crying a little bit because she didn't this isn't what she wanted to do.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want people to think that she's like this monster that's just like consuming for the sake of it. Like.
So to knock her out, you can make this non-lethal.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, okay. So as you see Ophelia, like tears streaking down her face as she continues biting in and draining away, Marion goes pale, like even paler than she is, and then suddenly her eyes just flutter, they close, and the two of you drop out of the air.
Like a slow sort of descent kind of thing?
Not a slow descent at all. They're only 10 feet in the air, but you are going to take, Ophelia, 1 point of bludgeoning damage. I rolled that legit one.
I think you drank that blood.
Yeah, that's true.
As you land in the ground. And you do, like, Marion does, like, land with you as well. As she does, the thing that was in her hands, boom, 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 gets knocked out.
Down the chasm.
Huh? Well, let's find out, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Tom!
I'll tell you what, I'll take 2 of these and it doesn't go down the chasm. How about that?
No. That's not fair.
What do you mean?
No, I'm not going to give you that. That's,
No, sure.
That's ludicrous.
All right, well, let's find out. I'll roll for it.
Yeah.
I'll roll for it. So D8, so from her position here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We go around on squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 1, 2.
So it
3,
comes
4,
back
5,
towards...
6, 7. So it's basically, it's in this square.
It lands in Rowan's hands. He starts blasting.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
He goes up into the ceiling.
So
Spin around like a fire hydrant.
Ophelia, bite him.
the rod lands on the ground.
Yeah.
You guys all take a moment, no longer under threat.
A good time, I would say, to take a break.
With one small thing.
What you thinking?
The rod hovers up into the air, and you hear a very familiar voice. Well, thank you very much. As hearing from invisibility, that tiefling who has been following you this whole time is going to be holding the rod, and they haven't used their action yet, will cast teleport and vanish.
I mean, like...
I rolled their stealth checks constantly. None of your passive perceptions beat their stealth
That's
check.
one that I thought it was for the skittling.
They waited until you went in the mine, followed you into the lift.
Also, they're like invisible. They'd have advantage on it. There's like no way.
Yeah, but you just hear that familiar, the tiefling that you met outside. They appear briefly in their male form, and you watch as they meld back into the rock, and they just go and wave their hand and vanish into the stone.
We weren't after the rod.
Well,
We stopped the problem.
We stopped the problem. We got the criminals.
The criminals.
Yeah.
And we've got 2.
We got what we came
We've
for.
technically got 3 of them. One of them's
Well,
just a bit.
yeah, I can bring him back in a bag.
With that, because I also had them on the initiative, and I've been tracking like they've been like just waiting in the corner, just like
Yeah.
just literally waiting, just not doing anything.
Would Percival have
Well, no, Percival was like back here. They were already in here with you. They've been following you this whole time.
He's got no eyes.
He was in the lift with us.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah. They were in the lift with you, absolutely.
Say,
When Daisy opened the gate and you all took a turn to get in, they had been waiting and I just had to visibly move in.
So we didn't.
I made the rolls.
In an hour of going.
I had your perception checks. I constantly made stealth checks.
Oh my god.
Gruff has a passive of 15. It never went below a 17.
So this is probably like a level 45. They've got 27.
Their stealth never went below a 17.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
And I've got
15 is the highest.
So,
Because they have, like you said, they have advantage. I rolled twice every time with invisibility. That's if it wasn't greater invisibility. Like,
yeah, because it might be.
What's your passive, Tom, for Xanthias?
Shut up.
Wow.
How are you? Why are you asking me specifically?
I'm just saying.
Is it 9?
Is it 9? So you've got the same as Percival. Percival has no eyes.
And that is where we're going to take a break. We'll see you in part 2.
See you next time.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to part 2 of High Rollers Altheya, the Dragon Empire, episode 4. You join us as our party have descended to the lowest depths of Blackrock Mine, where they've encountered the problem that has been engulfing this area, and indeed the reason that they came here in the first place. Having found Marion, the foreman of the mine, holding this strange artifact, the Hand of the Lightless Pilgrim, channeling some unstable, powerful, primordial magic, carving through this mine, whilst all these creatures, these Belamorphs, are swarming around, being called or pulled or created or somehow connected to this thing, whilst a number of criminals have also been in the process of trying to fend these creatures off and maybe find a way to get the Hand of the Lightless Pilgrim. A party fought in a very desperate battle where fate seemed to begin interfering, the whimsical and ever-changing nature of the fate perhaps still shifting and settling into how it will take form in this world. But our party did manage to succeed with a heroic effort by Rowan to push one of these larger creatures into the chasm, with Daisy and Xanthias killing many of these Belamorphs, and Ophelia desperately trying to wrestle with Marion to reclaim the rod from her hands. You now find yourselves out of battle. The threat now passed, with the very last thing happening, as I said, this horrid feeling as you watch the rod lift up off the ground as if floating, and then from invisibility, Caliphorus, the tiefling that you had encountered that asked you to make you a deal to reclaim this hand, claim this artifact for their master, has been following you invisibly, using stealth to pursue you, and then waited for the prime opportunity when the rod was out in the open and on the ground, snatched it up, and has vanished into the rock itself.
Darn.
To get away. One of the criminals, Beric Brassfist, the kind of mastermind, is dead, very dead, torn to pieces. You have Regina Violate knocked out by Gruff, and then you also have...
Bless me.
That's right, bless you. We also have Yurgo the Eel, the little kobold, the renegade kobold, who is fully surrendered, hands up. Maybe backing away into the outer corners of this chasm, just like... as they move away from you guys. But what do you guys do? What's the plan here? Like, literally, these things have all just happened in a very rapid succession to one another.
For now, I want to help. Rowan up, because after that heroic push, that's the coolest damn thing I think Xanthias has ever seen in his entire life. So I want to help you to your feet and say, you better write a song about that one, big guy.
I'll make a note. I'll add it to the queue.
Okay, good.
Daisy will come down the stairs and pull out her little book and go, I'll write it down so that I remember to. I'll remind you.
Thank you. Is everybody else okay?
We're all here. Ophelia?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. How is everybody else doing?
Gruff is just restrained, like tying up Regina's hands.
You got some rope?
He's got 50 foot of rope.
Easily enough, yeah. You can bind their hands fully behind their back. Do you disarm her? Do you like? She has a knife. She has like one dagger left in like a kind of bracer, and then she has a rapier which is on the ground now because you knocked her out.
Yeah, I'd definitely make sure that she's not ready and able to fight again.
Sure.
Like, a little pat down, a little, just taking away anything pointy.
Sure.
Anything pointy?
And then, I'd probably make moves to do the same to Yergo.
He's just like, no, there's no need for that. There's no need for that. I'm going to come willingly. I hold my hands up. See, I'm being
Not
cooperative.
listening to you, little lizard. Put your hands behind your back now. Don't make this difficult.
He's going to make it difficult because he does not want to go to prison. So he's going to basically cunning action, disengage, and try and run around you, basically. So he'll basically get into the middle of the... I mean, he's running for it. He's going to make a run for it. So you kind of advance towards him, like, don't make this difficult. And he's like... Ugh! And then he just scutters and scurries and, like, tries to run around you, basically.
Toldin! Catch the little bugger!
I mentioned it before, the pickaxe boomerang thing. Can I just throw it at this dude?
Yeah, you can try to, yeah.
I'm not good at throwing, but I mean, it's the first thing I can see.
Yeah. So do you have, like, a dagger?
I'd be throwing the
Yeah, but it uses this. It basically uses
I
the
do
same
have a dagger,
stats.
yes.
Make it simple. Just use the dagger stats.
I'll clock this guy. 13.
13 against Yorgo the Eel.
Probably has. He's probably quite dexy.
Slippery
Find him.
agony.
He is quite dexy. He runs as he begins. Like, so, I mean, if anybody else wants to do anything, but otherwise he's going to run towards the entrance.
Percival, block the entrance.
You watch as this little guy's like, get out of my way, monk! And then you just see skeletal hands, and probably Percival throws his hood back because he knows the effect that like he can have. He throws the head back and just blocks the way, and the kobold is just like.
I think this is the first. Is this the first time that we've actually fully seen Percival? Rowan and
You haven't
Daisy
seen him yet.
Seen
Yeah.
his
Haven't
full.
seen him yet. Nope.
We didn't tell you, though.
seen him
You told us, but we
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
But he is also actually tucked away right at the back here.
Okay, so he still wouldn't see it,
So
okay.
Yogo's running basically.
He comes around
gets
the
to, like,
corner in the
here.
darkness.
He sees this robed skeleton with a dagger in its hand, a short sword in his hand, and he just goes, ah! He runs back around. He's like, and he's freaking out, trying to run out where he's going to go.
Raph, do you want to offer those handcuffs again?
Nothing would give me good
Saint Kathir is here. She's going to take me. They're going to take me. I'll go. And he like runs up to you with his hands out, like, ah!
wriggling.
I've seen it. I've seen her. I've seen Lady Death.
Do you need a muzzle as well?
You see, like he's very scrawny. He looks like a kobold run. He looks like a very scrawny little kobold. Yeah.
I mean, only after. Have you now restrained him?
Yeah. At this point, we can. say
And now that you have, Gruff, I know this is your first arrest, so to speak. What's the process here? Are we taking them back? Do we have to read them like some things?
I don't know. It was never my intention to become some kind of officer of the law.
But it's justice. You just justiced.
I suppose I did.
Yeah.
Well done, Graf.
We caught the people we came for. Except don't look over there.
You just see like a very mangled corpse. You can see the two, like the glinting knuckle dusters on Beric's fists, but his chest has basically been split in two.
God.
Yeah, you can see he has various pieces of. He has got like pockets and pouches and like various pieces of jewelry all on him and stuff like that as well.
I suppose we did distribute justice.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what to do. This is my first time.
Well, we can leave. Rowan.
Hello.
You seem in touch with all of this. Do you sense any more of those things? It looks like they ran, but
I lean up against this pillar of stone, just try and connect. I'm going to actually use the ability that I've got here.
Sure.
The harmonious. I'm going to spend some time here. Just give me a moment. Harmonious recall.
okay.
So as an action, I can spend 10 minutes listening to the music of either a natural location or an object made of wood, metal, or stone that is no larger than 5-foot cube. The area. And the information I learned is typically of a significant past event that took place in or near the target.
It's almost like feeling the vibrations, Rowan. It begins to conjure a scene in your mind, and you begin to almost see something playing out as it accompanies the music, kind of building this narrative, this story in your mind. You sense the presence of a desperate woman meeting with 3 shady individuals. The woman grasps this rod that just glows with magic, powerful, ancient magic. When she does, you don't hear words. It's like kind of seeing like scenes, but she yells something, and then the magic explodes and erupts. You see, as the cavern begins to be carved out, the beam of light from this rod flows through the stone. You almost can picture it like a serpent writhing its way, maybe a worm. And it finds pockets of ore and gems and things it's seeking out, valuable resources. But as it does and it exposes them, some terrible, ancient thing that dwells in the dark of the earth hears. And it hungers. And it sends out her children to go and fetch the new riches. More importantly, to claim the rod. And you feel that skittering and that scurrying as thousands, hundreds of tiny hands are sent to try and claim them. But with the rod gone, they begin to recede back into the dark earth.
I think for now we are safe. But something sinister emerged from the effects of that rod carving into the stone. Something listened and heard and sent their minions.
And was unearthed. I suppose right down that hole there.
You don't know if it was unearthed. You have a feeling that that presence was there.
Presence has always been there. It just had a reason to show itself.
Right.
I would like to leave now, Xanthias.
I would very much like to leave as well. Hey, nice job, Yogo.
Just like looking around terrified.
We should probably take the body of the dwarf as well. The authoritator wanted 3 criminals. We have 3 criminals.
How?
I will take him.
I will help. I've got a 2-person tent. Wrap the body in the tent canvas.
It will ruin the tent. It's gonna
I've got a
stain.
bedroll.
It will ruin the bedroll, but you can do it.
Is there anything around?
Yeah, is there any
clothes.
material or anything?
There probably wouldn't be like material like cloth and canvas here. No, I don't think so. Maybe
about-
like a sack, but it's not enough to get the whole body
I
in.
don't want a bench.
Yeah, you could
put him
use
on
a bench.
like a stretcher,
Yeah,
or a
like-
ladder.
Yeah.
You can fetch the ladder. The ladder would easily
Yeah,
work.
use the ladder and just carry him on the
Maybe a
ladder.
bit of rope to keep it together, but yeah.
The ribs
Yeah.
keep splaying.
Worst case.
He was ripped apart.
Worst case, all we need is a brass fist.
It's okay. I will carry him.
Okie doke.
Well, Rowan and
Yeah.
Gruff together can probably do it.
What about Marion?
I can.
Yeah,
She's currently unconscious. She's stable. She's not dying, but she is unconscious, and she will be out for a while, maybe.
I can try and carry her.
Yeah.
if we can get
cradle
people to the lift at least, then that's a start. And maybe when we get back up to the top, there might be people from the village.
There should be.
So
I
if we
hope
can
so.
get them up, so we can just make sure that we get to the lift. It's not too far.
Yeah, I mean, you can as easily take everyone
Yeah.
to the lift.
Yeah.
It's not far
Yeah.
from here. at all.
And then we can just put them on the ground.
Yep, you have the key to the lift. Unlocks. Load everybody in. It seems to be able to carry all of you together.
Daisy, do you want to help me just hold this, Yogo? So he doesn't run off?
I like to imagine that Gruff has like bound his wrists, but then has like a lead, and it's like you're
Yeah.
yanking him along.
I would have done it maybe behind him though, because I don't
Yeah.
trust enough to let him have it at the front.
Sure.
Like,
So it's like behind him.
Yeah.
It's just like a little harness.
But there would perhaps be a little lead, like
Yeah.
that.
So you can like yank him and make sure he's not running away. Like
I
a
can
little
try, but
dog
I'm
lead.
not very good at it.
I could
But
just.
I'll try.
We'll hold onto him.
Okay.
take
I will say, at this point, Yurgo is terrified of Percival. Yurgo thinks that Percival is a representation of Saint Dethir, like this literally figure of death that appears. Like, Yurgo is convinced that that is what they are.
That's fair.
For Rowan and Daisy, yeah, Percival is a skeleton.
Yeah.
I was still coming too, I'd say, and that's quite far away, so I'm not sure I saw it.
Yeah, he's put his hood and his robes down, so he looks like just a clad friar now.
Just want to delay that reaction.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we would, because if he was back at the entrance, we wouldn't have seen him.
Yeah.
But knowing that Yurgo has these like explosive powders and charges and stuff, obviously I try and get rid of those from him.
Yeah,
So
he has like a satchel over his like chest.
I'll take that, so he doesn't burn his way through the rope and just get away. He's not getting away, basically. I'm wearing him as a backpack.
Okay. Run. Put your backpack while you run.
Yeah, I just want to hold it.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's all ferry out.
All right. You guys happy with everything? You're like literally leaving this place now?
Yeah.
There is a body at the top.
Yeah,
I want to see what's in the satchel.
Oh, the satchel.
And the gun.
Yeah. You guys make your way up. You get up to the main chamber. When you're going back up, you're looking out into the mine. You don't see any signs of those skittering creatures. You don't see any signs of any more Belamorphs. You make your way up. You get to the central thing. You stop by that body, and you want to rummage through what the body had on them. The
I
dwarven
don't
body.
think Rowan would actually, because I didn't know anything about this body.
It's true. Only Gruff and Xanthias knew
I was
about it.
thinking about, I would probably say, like, before we go, the body had some more stuff on it, but, well, stuff came spilling out of it. So I don't know quite the condition of the body right now.
Oh, it's ruined. But like the things it was carrying are
You
still.
had a satchel, right?
You know.
Satchel
Yeah.
and a
So
gun.
the thing left would be a satchel and then a dragonfire pistol.
So if someone else wants to look at it, I don't.
Gruff's too busy, carrying
Holding the ladder.
I'll make Yurgo do it.
High roller strikes again.
No,
Never any loot.
I think I
Sure.
should go and like, yeah.
Sure. All right. So yeah, you examine the so the pistol itself. It can be carried. It has 2 shots loaded, but it does. These things do require special ammunition and like powder refills and stuff like that. Can be expensive, but you have a dragonfire pistol with 2 shots. Somebody write that down. Otherwise, you
Ophelia's
don't,
got a
unless you
gun.
don't carry it.
Ophelia's picked it up.
Got a gun.
Yeah, you pick up this strange device, Ophelia. Gosh, it almost looks like a crossbow, but there's no arms and there's no bolt. Like very unusual. Never seen anything like this before.
Should we take the satchel as well?
Yeah, you can take the satchel. Inside the satchel is a broken but still functioning lantern. It only provides 15 feet of dim light right now, so it's not a bullseye. It's like a all around lantern right now.
Yeah.
It has a flask of oil, a tinderbox, and 1 long kind of dynamite stick, effectively, of dragonfire powder.
Man,
Did you write that all down, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we picked up the useful thing, but the other stuff could have been pretty good.
I mean, could you imagine trying to open that gate?
Whilst being attacked.
Yeah.
It was literally the only thing we
I know.
needed.
Can
Can we look
you got
around?
this?
There was some other crates around. Can we just
Yeah,
have
the
a
crates all just have mining equipment and stuff in them. They were
Rotten mushrooms.
set dressing. But yeah, you search through them. You don't find anything of super value.
Okay.
But one thing you do notice is, like, as you've been making your way through this mine is dead. It's dried up. Like, you don't see any active veins of ore. You don't see any signs that there's really anything of value left. Maybe down in that huge chasm that Marion's created with the rod, there might now be, things to find. But in this primary mine, you don't see any signs of, like, recent digging. You don't see any signs of, like, any recent valuables or anything like that. Eventually, you get to the top floor, you begin searching around, you find the stuff on the dwarf, and then do you guys start carrying things out of the mine back towards the entrance?
Do you have your lantern?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have.
Still has a few hours. It still would have 3 hours left on it now.
I can cast light on my dagger.
Yeah. I just want to make sure that if someone is coming in, they don't just see like this many shambling people just out of the darkness.
Yeah.
True. That's a good point.
I got my bullseye lantern.
It is about halfway to the mine's entrance in the mines themselves. First of all, you hear them coming along, like you hear armored boots and things like that. And you hear Captain Lucas Vaccaro kind of just like, all right, don't let your guard down. They may have feigned the retreat. Search around, explore these side tunnels, and you can hear the sounds of an armored unit basically coming.
The mine is clear. It's me, Xanthias, by the way, from the village, Bernel.
You've been to, and he kind of calls it like, bring up light, and eventually you guys meet. You can see Captain Vaccaro and Zaron Tekis, the Authorita, as well as Cade, are basically like leading. Basically, they've marched as many men as they can. Some of the men have split off down the tunnels and things like that, but they look like they've been in combat. Their like armors are pitted with acid blood. You can see that they've definitely been fighting a big battle. Is everything all right? The creatures, we saw them. They fled back into the mine.
Good.
We probably all look like hell.
Yeah, like definitely. You guys all look pretty rough.
We encountered the creatures as well, but at the very base of the mine, Rowan dispatched. I suppose their leader. They fled after that one fell.
And you see Tekis, the Authority, is just like, is that him? Is that Beric's remains? You see you've got Violate and Kurgo as well. Excellent, Yogo as well.
We do. We want to hand him over.
Violate is still unconscious, but like Tekis, the Authority, will be like, you two, and he just points at 2 guards. Take them into custody. I will deal with them later. You're in for it now, Yorgo. You're never going to escape Deep Glimmer. And you just see the kobolds just like just crying.
Kim feels sad. Gruff doesn't.
Would you, in the whole journey, how close of an eye are you keeping on Yogo, by the way?
I disarmed him, and I have.
As you were leading him out,
I'd probably have him in front of me, almost.
Okay. Make a perception check, Zan.
He would be like in front of us.
Sure. Daisy can make one as well because you did say that you two were going to keep an eye on it.
Both of us, yeah.
Yeah.
So is this like a help, just a perception, or
you can give Daisy advantage?
I'll just do a separate one. Let's do.
You can do separate ones
because I wouldn't actually actively be helping you perceive, would I?
No, but he's fuck
What'd you get?
4.
Oh, I got a 5.
Okay. You don't see anything. Like he maybe is like as you're kind of transporting, he like goes up to the side of Beric's body. He's like, "I'm sorry, mate. I'm not a fighter like you. I'm sorry I let you both down." And he kind of like pats the dwarf on the side.
Yeah. On the ribs.
But yeah, like Tekis is like, take those 2 into custody, and like the couple's like, and he like goes along with him. The Regina's unconscious, and they take the stretcher off you to take Beric's as well. And he looks down. He's like, I would have liked to have taken him alive so that he could properly serve justice, but this will have to do.
Just to clarify, we didn't do that.
The creatures.
Even if you had, this man was a criminal, a dangerous one. I would not have been angry if you had been the ones to do it, but it seems that Beric got what he deserved.
He did come to a horrible end. He fell to 2 of those creatures.
As should anybody who disobeys the law of the Empire.
Agreed.
What about this one? And they gesture towards Marion. And the Captain Vaccaro will say, like, this is the foreman, yes? The one who was working with these criminals, the one who let them into Burnell.
Yes, she was, yes.
All right, we'll have to take her into custody as well. Tekis, and they'll come up and we'll take Marion, take her into custody.
I have information that could assist.
You have done a great deed, all of you. There were hundreds of those things poured out of the mine. They were racing down towards the village. They were, consuming everything they could. We've been battling them. I wanted to try and catch you before you entered, but we were delayed in the battle. But yes, any information you have, please let us walk and talk. You are injured. I can have my medic see to you. We can try and get you patched up.
Please, that
yes,
would be
of course.
much appreciated.
Basically, the medics will come up with like healing kits and bandages. We'll let you basically spend a free hit dice as if you had spent a hit dice on a short rest. Only the one though.
Yeah, sure.
So it will get you some hit points back, but it's probably not going to fully heal you.
Yeah.
You're still wounded. You're still out of energy. I mean, Rowan, you're exhausted at this point.
Fine.
2 levels, right?
2 levels currently for Rowan. Yeah.
Poor boy. Poor sweet boy.
Was it 3? Because if you got one at the...
He got 1 from the journey, and then one from pushing the big guy.
Oh, there was 1 from the
wheel.
Wheel.
If he took another...
No, he succeeded that. He succeeded
right,
that.
okay.
Yeah, he passed it.
I got you.
Yeah.
We almost tommed that one.
Yeah, I was going to say,
sorry.
you trying to tom
No, I love
sorry.
it.
I love it.
But yeah, so they will offer that. So you can each spend a hit dice as their medics kind of come up. They bandage you. They like help clean wounds and things like that. But yeah, Captain Vaccaro will basically walk with you as you make your way back down.
I would very much like a bandage on my leg.
Oh yeah.
Your whole
recently
leg.
borrowed seared leg.
I mean, you stopped it before it fully burrowed in, but
Yeah, no, I know.
it's ravaged.
Nasty.
Oh.
Are we allowed to know what would have happened if that thing fully incubated itself up in there?
So if you don't remove it within 3 turns, let me just get up the thing. I don't
become
actually
one.
have it ready to go again.
R1.
If we encounter one again, then we'll do some experiments.
Okay, I'll just
On
wait.
you.
Yeah, in fact, actually, yeah, because there is a chance you might encounter these things
That's
again,
why I
so-
said, are we allowed to know?
Yeah, I'd say no.
Bad stuff.
But yeah, so Captain Vakar on the way back will be like, so what happened? You went up to the mine, you entered, and then it was after you entered, we had some of the miners, we met them on the way down. They said that you had rescued some of them, that you had gone into the mine, that these creatures had attacked, and then as we reached the mine itself, I mean, yeah, it must have been 100 of those things poured out. We've been fighting them up here ever since. We just began to push into the mines. They fled, they turned and ran a few moments ago. But what happened?
I don't
Oh,
know.
well.
Lots of stuff.
I think Gruff would try and give like a kind of full report in
Statement.
in a kind of like what he thinks is like an officer statement, like you know, but being from a tiny village.
At 800 hours.
Yeah, like you know that kind of like very formal, very regiment of everything that had happened.
Okay, yeah, the captain kind of like listens and nods. Zaron Tekis, the authority, is furiously writing down. Do you tell him about Caliphris and like the rod? How much are you telling these
Unless
guys?
someone stops Gruff,
He will tell them
Gruff
everything.
will be as honest as possible because he not worships these guys, but he respects them. You know, he respects the law and authority, and he would be honest, you know, to a T, unless someone tries to stop him.
No, Rome
I
would just
would
be
think-
adding to it, if anything.
Yeah,
but
any
talking
details.
it from the emotion of the environment.
Yeah.
So it's like the Stones were very upset with the whole situation.
You see,
Being very disturbed.
they nod along. Like when you talk about more like that element, like the captain is kind of a bit lost. Like it's definitely he's not a magical person. He doesn't really get what you're saying. But the authority is kind of like trying to nod along. He's like, well,
There is a great evil that is stirred as a result of the power of this rod.
they, as you're kind of talking, like the authority will say, yes, the creatures, I'm familiar with them. They are spawn of Belaine, one of the embered goddesses. It is likely when this rod, this hand of the lightless pilgrim, that this tiefling, and Caliphris, you said their name was, I will hunt them down as best I can. But when they activated this relic, this device, exposing the raw gems, the metals, this is the sort of thing that Belaine waits for, hungers for. She is known to be a plague to miners and dwarves and many others who dig for such treasures in the earth. She has a habit of instilling greed. I still believe that perhaps Beric is some unwitting pawn, or perhaps not a cultist, but in league with those who are. Belaine has many shadowy cults and figures all hidden all around the Empire. We must always be vigilant for their insidious nature, their greed. But yes, it sounds like it is Belaine to whom this feeling, this ancient fear, she is said to dwell in the darkest depths of the earth, where even the goddesses and the saints cannot see her.
Either way, I believe Marion of Burnell, seeking a desperate attempt to source any new minerals or ores from this mine, fell into the wrong crowd.
Yeah, you see the captain is like, oh, that is a sympathetic cause, but to align yourself to cause this sort of situation, it is... to ally herself with those criminals, unfortunately, Marion has... And he looks towards the authority. The authority is just like, you know the law as well as I do, Captain. She is a criminal and guilty. We must take the appropriate action. You see the captain is torn. He's just like, she was a very faithful person, perhaps. I would wish to know more of her intentions. Perhaps when she is awake, we can speak with her more. I want to know why. Why was she so desperate? If the mine was dry, then the Duke would have understood. If there is no ore, there is no ore. We would have prospected in the mountains, found a new mine or some such. I don't understand it. My Duke is a patient dragon. He would not have... I don't think that he would have... I think he would have been fine with the mine not bearing any yield for a while. Dragons are patient creatures in general. They can live a long time. One mine running dry would not be an issue. Perhaps there is still more to this than we think, but unfortunately the authority is correct. If Marion did help those criminals enter the village, then she is an accessory to their crimes, unfortunately. Willing or not, that is still to be debated. If she was under threat, if they were threatening her, blackmailing her, then the penalty will be less severe. But if she did this willingly, I'm afraid that there is only so much I can do.
Rowan's really trying to be respectful and nodding and paying attention, but his eyes are very much it's just phasing out for all this information.
This is a lot, but thank you, Gruffith of Tremoro. Your report has been excellent, and I'm sure that we'll keep a note of this. When we get back to the village...
Daisy just goes thumbs up to Gruff,
A muscle twitches in his cheek, trying not to belay any.
Try not to smile. When we get back to the village, I will make sure that you receive adequate compensation for your efforts here, and also walk away with a formal writ of the Duke's favor. I only have the one, but I will assign all of your names to it so that it is recorded. If you present this at the Duke's manor in Ashen Rest, he will see you and you can speak with the Duke himself. And I'm sure that he would wish to thank you for your great deed that you have done here. I will send word with a courier as well to the town.
Oh, forgive me, I don't mean to bite the hand, so to speak, but one favor with all our names on it?
It would be think of a favor not as a direct, you have done something for the Duke will do something for you. You have earned His Grace's respect, and he will not forget that. The favor is a token to show that you have done a deed in the service of the Duke. And with that, he will likely look favorably upon you, is what is meant. This is not Duke, can I have a this? Can I have a that? It's not that.
I understand. Yes. I understand.
It's fantastic, worth it.
Is the Duke is the Duke hiring any knights right now?
Well, those who wish to prove themselves to Duke Ignarius, who seek the title of knighthood, Gruffith of Tremoro, there is always room for those who believe themselves to have the valiant virtues of the knight. I myself have not attempted yet, but it has always been something of a dream of many. But you perhaps wait and meet the Duke, see if the Duke's interests align with your own. The Duke has a few knights, but not many. To be a knight is a very important matter in the Empire, and especially to Caldra. To have a figure from Iceheart join a Caldran Duke's court as a knight would be interesting indeed.
Does Iceheart would have their own knights? Yeah,
absolutely.
It's a bit weird that I've.
Yeah, keep in mind that being a knight of a duke or a duchess, like a lord dragon, and being a knight of them, it's very different to joining the group that you've heard of. Because being a duke's knight, you are sworn to serve that duke in what they believe is right, and that can be anything. They can literally order you to do anything at that point. Whereas a knightly order tend to have a shared belief that they all collaborate towards. The being a duke or duchess's knight probably is more prestigious, but being one of a knightly order often is something more intrinsic to something you believe.
And it would be weird in that case that Gruff would leave Iceheart and not swear to Silver Eye. So Silver Eye is the dragon noble for Iceheart. So it would
that would look after the region of Tremoro.
Yeah.
So they're always divided into these regions, but they are. Okay. Silver Eye is the dragon of that one.
Cool. Yeah.
The captain will just walk back with you, and of course there will be gold. These criminals had a bounty. You have captured 2 alive and 1 dead. I will make sure that bounty is paid adequately towards you. Me and my warriors, we were fighting on the hills, but you delved into the belly of the beast, quite literally. We must make sure that this is rewarded and paid for.
And when we get to Burnell, after a rest, of course, are we free to...
There is no need for the investigation to continue. I see no reason to not open the roads and allow passage to the south. I will send word to the force coming from Kalskaris to let them know that the criminals have been found and they are no longer needed.
And will you be travelling back to Ashen Sorry.
Ashen Rest, yes.
Rest, yeah.
I will. I will likely spend a few days here. Like I said, there still seems that there is perhaps some mysteries still to be unraveled here, and I want to speak with the marshal about this matter as well. He looks around between us before we reach the village. I do not think much of this town's marshal. I've seen the type before, very easily corrupted and swayed by coin and many other things. I do not trust them. I wish to look into a few things. But if you like, I can have some of, if you are looking for an escort to Ashen Rest, I could assign a few of my scouts to travel with you.
I think that would be, if everyone else is headed that way. I didn't actually ask, I suppose.
Can we eat?
We'll talk about
Perhaps
this
a
after.
conversation to have.
Talk about this after.
It is very late as well. It has been. We are near the time for sleep, so let us head back. You guys all make your way back, and yeah, you come back to the village. A crowd has gathered around. Like you can see that Marshal Valgra, this very bitter, kind of worn dwarf, is on the walls, just kind of scowling, crossbow aimed, like as you approach, and she's just like, "Ugh. Those creatures didn't kill you all then. Oh, fine, open the gates." And you see the guards opening it. And you can see the guards are all shaking. These are like farmers and miners that have picked up weapons, but they're kind of watching the gates as you all return with the soldiers. You make your way in. Everybody who, as you make your way, the whole town is here, the village, is watching. You see the Reverend, you see the Reeve, you see the Raoul and the Adriana, the innkeepers. You see very many people around. Can you guys just give me, everybody make one perception and one insight check for me, please?
Okay. One perception, one insight. Do I have good insight? What am I kidding?
It's wisdom based, so probably not my
That's the perception. Oh.
Insight. Ooh, perception 20.
Perception 20.
Insight 8.
8, okay.
I got a natural 20 perception.
Nice.
For
Well, it's
19.
Yep.
But also a 3 insight.
Okay, so yep, Zan and Daisy are kind of in the same thing. Good seeing stuff, but not so good reading.
Good looking, but not observant.
Gruff.
I got 23 perception and 18 insight.
Okay, 20. Yeah, very good. Rowan.
19 insight and only 4 perception.
Okay, and then Ophelia.
21 perception and 15 insight.
Ooh.
Man, all of you guys together easily pick up on this. So you notice a couple of things walking through the town. You see that Marion's parents are basically being watched by a couple of guards and just look terrified. They look really, really scared. When they see Marion, they're like, "Marion!" But the guards are like, "No, stay there. Don't engage." You see a bit of a small commotion with some of the guards that had moved ahead of you, the ones that were escorting Yurgo and Violate and the corpse of Beric. And you can see a couple of the guards are guiltily looking at each other, and you only see 2 figures with them. The small little kobold is missing.
He got away.
Got away.
Should we tell someone?
The other thing you notice with the insight check is you see the Reeve. And when she sees you all returning with an unconscious but alive Marion, the Reeve is nervous. Oh, no. And you see her very hurriedly making her way back to her cottage, her main house, which is one of the nicer houses in Burnell. And you can see her very hurriedly making her way back there as you guys are escorted to the inn. You guys get inside. Adriana in the peony post. It's just... "Oh, you're back. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, you're all injured. Kids, come on." And you see a couple of her children come out, and she's like, "Let's get food ready for everybody." And starts sending to everything. "We'll get you beds, everything you need."
Thank you very much. We're happy to pay
drinks
for
in the house? No, absolutely not.
Can I have some extra bread? Please.
Yes, of course. Anything, of course. Let's get a thing. And she begins preparing, bringing out plates full of hot food and bread and cheese, bringing out all the stops at this point, platters, charcuterie board, the whole thing, fruits, drinks. basically anything you can drink. Like the whole town is whispering with is a buzz. There are people saying like, I heard that there was over 1,000 of those things up in the woods, and they slayed the queen, and that's why they ran away. They're heroes. They are. There's all this kind of like stuff like they're murmuring
10,000.
Yeah. But definitely word has reached that you guys are the ones who went up there. The miners, like, as you come in, the miners that you rescued are like, "Whoa!" And they're like cheering. They come over to you. They're already hammered as hell. And they're like, just like, "Oh, come in." They bring over you, Gruff, the woman that you kind of helped before, the orc woman. It's just like, I owe you a drink. I know Adriana's paying for it, but I will, whatever you want. And like, just sits you down. And like, there's this kind of joyful kind of like, oh, the heroes have come back kind of energy as you guys make your way down.
I mean, yeah, if anyone's like coming over to like talk to me, I'll answer any questions I can. I mean, for a point, after very quickly, I would just be so tired where I'm like...
Seeing as you've invited me to that, at some point in the evening, you kind of speak to a few locals and things like that, and then as the rest are maybe eating, maybe Rowan, you've just gone to bed at some point, like, collapsed, or you're snoring in a chair.
Well, that's it. I'm going to do one song for everybody in the moment.
Sure.
And then I do like 3 or 4 notes and fall asleep at the lute.
Stood up.
At the lute.
Sleeping, standing, holding the lute. They kind of, Adriana comes over and is like, okay, big man. And she kind of like takes you and puts you in a chair, puts a blanket over you. It's like, you're massive in this like armchair, but it just about fits you. And she's just like, you did great. And she just wraps you up and things like that. But yeah, Xanthia says you're sat there kind of watching all of this. You notice the crowd kind of like pulls away from you a bit, and Zarin Tekis, this orc authority, literally pulls a chair out, Riker maneuvers into the chair.
You got Riker.
Thank you, Mark.
Sits down. It's all right. You're welcome. Well, a busy evening. Quite a heroic welcome.
I didn't expect the welcome, I'll be honest, but I don't hate it.
I can't imagine so. He leans in conspiratorially.
How's the investigation going?
Well, I have my criminal. I have my culprits. One has escaped for now, but they're not there. I have a greater concern. This tiefling you mentioned.
Yes. I can give up any information you need.
Yes, tell me
well, it'd
everything
be
you know.
difficult, actually. Appeared from the shadows and can change their form, seemingly at will. So, I can describe the 2 forms we saw.
Please do.
They look like this.
Tekis listens and is like, likely a warlock. One has made a deal with the planar powers for these magical tricks and gifts. Thank you. Lord Oregon?
Xanthias will do.
Xanthias, that's right. Do you want to tell me why you're really here?
No.
You've saved this town, and you've done a great service to the Empire. For now, we'll part ways. But you will see me again.
I'm sure I will.
Ask you this question again. And the next time I ask it, if you do not tell me the truth, I will know if you tell me the truth. There will be consequences.
I'm very aware of the consequences. I suppose I'll see you in Ashen's Rest.
Oh, I'll be traveling back with you. I want to keep my eye on you. Xanthias, Oregon.
Enjoy your night.
You too, my lord. And he just stands up, goes to the bar, leans against it, but just watches you.
I'm guessing we're not around.
I mean, you see the authority sit down and have a very quiet conversation.
See,
but
when you
then
said inviting in, I thought it was going to be a romance thing.
I mean, I'm like talking to people. Someone else is going to take a seat.
keep in mind, I don't know if you remember this, but back when you first were telling the authority about what you guys were and why you were here, I rolled a little insight check on old Xanakin.
Yeah, Xanakin.
So, but yeah, for the rest of the evening, what do you guys do? Like, this is like, so Rowan falls asleep, at the lute, tucks away into the little sofa chair. What about the rest of you, though? Anything you guys want to do? Any plans? Like Ophelia? It's like
corner and
when you guys get back. There's definitely a very mirthful atmosphere. Like when you get back, there's food, there's drink, there's songs, people are dancing. There's that vibrancy that you miss a little bit, maybe.
Yeah. I think Ophelia would join in a little bit, have a little dance for a bit, like just enjoy some of the merriments, the nice atmosphere, and then she'll probably just quietly find a table and have a bottle of wine to herself, just with her and Percival.
As you do, a little halfling fellow in black and white robes comes up. Oh, hello, my dear. You must be one of the... Oh, I mean, I've heard all about you, but wanted to come and introduce myself. I'm Reverend Arthur T. Thistle, local priest, and he offers his hand.
Oh, hello, Reverend. How are you?
Oh, I mean, I'm much better thanks to you and your friends. I mean, I might have been, whatever those things were, food, I guess.
Monstrosities is what they were. They're taken care of now.
Yes. I mean, I don't know too much about them, but we get taught a little bit when I'm in training for my priesthood, and I believe that they are some sort of creature of a terrible goddess called Belamorph, or former goddess. She was corrupted, but terrible things. I've spoken to the others. I met Raph and several of the others, but I don't think we got to meet before, my dear. What was your name?
Oh, my name is Ophelia De La Rosa of the House of Blood.
House of Blood. The House of Blood. Is that something up in the big city in Kelskaris?
Oh no, I'm from Osseous.
Osseous.
Across the Great Sea.
Across the sea. But that's.
Well, it's
dangerous.
It's dangerous, yes, but it happened. It's possible.
My goodness, I don't think I've never met somebody who's not from Ilmera before. But marvelous. What brings you to our shores?
Just education, learning.
Oh, wonderful! Oh, my favourites. You know, I teach the children here. We have in the church. We do school. We teach them their numbers, their letters. We teach them the history of the empire. Teach them prayers. Teach them songs, things like that as well. So I'm a big fan of education. I'd invite you to come along, but I think you might be a bit bigger than my usual students.
Very nice. Do you know much about Osseous, about the House of Blood?
I can't say that I do, my dear. No, I'm just a local little provincial priest. I was taught a few things, but I'm not a scholar, I'm afraid. But perhaps you could educate me. Perhaps I'm due for a lesson.
I would love to.
Yes, please do. Yes. I mean, is that wine?
Would you like a glass?
Oh, yes, but I'll get a little glass. I'm only...
And he goes and he fetches a halfling-sized little, it's like a smaller wine glass. Yeah, not quite a shot glass, but like a kid's wine glass. And he brings that over and he's just like, I wouldn't mind, cauldron red. Have you had much cauldron wine before? I love it. And he pours himself a thing.
It's very nice.
He's a wine guy, by the way. He starts talking to you very much about the wine. But yeah, what does this look like for Ophelia? What does this education on Osseous look like?
He's sort of just very intrigued and but he's also very keen to explain about the Grey Father and about the history of Osseous to this halfling, and so she goes into quite a lot of detail.
I was going to say, the more you talk to him, the paler he gets, and he starts making the sign of the scions over his heart, and he's like, oh, we don't, yes, and he's being polite.
After you die, it's quite delightful, actually.
You see the wine. You break this man because you are basically telling him, he's just this local priest, and he's just overwhelmed by what you're telling, and he's just like, no, but the soul. And you maybe not argue, but you maybe have a little bit of that philosophical debate of he's like, no, the soul has to prove itself worthy before it can ascend. No, that's what we're taught here. Our goddesses, Grey Father, who is this? Perhaps they're maybe he starts. It's like, well, maybe it's a manifestation of, and he gestures up into the air. The imprisoned one, maybe it's Malir, maybe Malir in a masculine form sometimes. Oh, I don't know. And he's trying to wrap his head around the things that you're telling him, but he's having a hard time.
It's not a High Rollers campaign unless we give a halfling a panic attack.
No, this one just happened in episode.
This is like going up to Father Ted and being like, so here's everything that's wrong about your religion. He's like, but it's education. He will reveal a little bit more about Almeran culture, about the gods here, telling you maybe some of the different names of the saints. He, in fact, actually, as you get onto the topic of death, he would probably talk to you about
straight away.
Yeah, which is pretty much straight away.
Standard.
he will tell you, well, for us here, we don't have the grave father, but we do have Saint Altheya, who is the grave shepherd.
I heard that they mentioned in the mine, the kobold said Saint Altheya.
Oh, perhaps. Sometimes there is this thing that people believe that just before moments of their death, they witness Saint Altheya with her bow that she is famed to carry, aiming at them. They can feel her aim upon them.
Oh, the icy grip of death itself.
Yes.
It's exhilarating.
Well, some are afraid of it, but some find it a comfort as well. Because if you have Althea's vision upon you, then she can tether your soul here, and then you can be reborn, so that the planar realms do not snatch you away.
But reborn is how? How are they reborn?
What do you mean?
Well, you said about reborn. That the souls are reborn. Are they? Do they go somewhere? Or do they? Are they
my
brought
dear.
back?
Well, let me. So, in our belief is that when you die, your soul is released from your physical body, and Saint Altheya does her best to tether you. She fires an arrow and tethers you to Altheya. And in that process, a new body is born for you, whether that is by a lovely couple perhaps, or by magic, or by creature or some such. And then if you are not worthy, then you are reborn, and your memories and your former life are wiped away so that you can attempt to find worthiness once again. But if you are worthy, then you ascend. You become one of our divine saints, as Saint Altheya herself once did at the very beginning of time at the bright storm, when she rescued, when she proved herself in the great calamity that befell from upon high.
Interesting.
Yes. But that is what we believe, anyway.
Well, thank you for sharing. It's enlightening.
And I must say, it is. I cannot say that I agree with some of your beliefs, but they are fascinating to hear, and I very much respect your belief in them. Yes. And you plan to stay long here in Caldra? Or?
I was planning to move around, learn more from the different cities. I think Ashen Rest is our next stop. So.
I mean, it's bigger than here. It's a large, well-walled town, the Duke's home. So you are bound to find many people there of great interest. And I'm sure that Burnell is a small place. We're growing, but small still. But perhaps one day we will be like Ashen Rest, a big town full of business and busy people.
I don't doubt it for a second.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very sweet of you to say. I think I've had a bit too many wines. So, and Mrs. T. Thistle does not like me coming home drunk. I tell you that. I always make a mess. I insist on cooking, and I make a mess in the kitchen, and it's terrible. Also, get the trumps.
Okay. I'll bid you a good night.
Oh, very good. Good night to you, my dear. And the grave father, is it?
Yes, it is.
Can can you walk with their blessing? Is that something that I could?
I will bless the grave. Yes, I will. Let me have a look in my teachings here. Let me see in my notes.
You have scripture.
I do. Let's
wonderful.
See. Yes, flesh for the mortal, blood for the eternal, in his grace, by the grave father.
Oh my goodness! Well, by scions and saints, may you walk blessed in both in sun and moon. In fact, he reaches into his pocket and he pulls out like a little prayer book of Althean, like Ilmeran religion, the Church of the Scions, and he hands it a gift on your travels to learn more about our ways.
Thank you very much.
You are most welcome. Good night. Stumbles out. Adriana's just like, Reverend, your coat. Very good, my dear. Back on.
Puts it on backwards.
Yeah. Anything else from anybody else?
I am all good.
I wouldn't mind joining up with everybody else if there's a table.
Yeah, I have something,
figures.
but perhaps like end of night something.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, unless there's anything else, like, it sounds like Zan and Daisy and that.
I'll probably just take my usual little bit of time to do some little doodles in my book, speak to my friend, and update on everything that happened in the mine.
Yeah.
Fully and just.
So Nim will say to you, when you sort of relay your memories and things like that, they will kind of not curse, but you hear almost like this harsh chime sound in your head. That Tiefling was bad news. I knew it. It worries me that they got away with that artifact, but no matter. Cannot be helped now.
But it was a bit broken. Would it maybe be just broken enough to not be useful anymore?
If it truly belongs to the person that they work for, then they will be in the position to fix it. But sometimes the planar powers meddle in the mortal realms, seeking things and favors and items. Perhaps now they will simply reclaim it and save it for another time, but still. But yes, but you did excellently. You fought well, kept your mind about you.
Was I better than last time?
Oh, yes. You're certainly picking up, you're certainly learning much about how to wield the blade, but also your movements and keeping your, use the high ground, very important in reconnaissance and in ambushing. Yes, you did very well, little one. I'm very proud of you.
Okay, well, I was hoping that Rowan might sing a song, but I think he's actually fallen asleep at his lute right
Seemed very tired.
now. So, maybe tomorrow, though. If he sings again, I'll make sure and let you know.
Sure.
Runs in the armchair, like mouth open, snoring.
Yeah.
How tuneful
The
is
last
snoring?
thing...
Tuneful snoring.
Quite nice.
It's quite nice. Rhythmic.
Baritone.
Nim will say one more thing. I wasn't fully aware of it, but there was a moment down in those mines. It wasn't planar, but it was something of the plains, but it also wasn't. Something that Dragonborn did. I felt it. I'm not sure what it was, little one, but just be cautious. Be cautious.
Oh, why I've got two to be. I've got the bitey one, and now I've got the shiny boy.
Strangely, the woman who has the touch of death about her, I feel she does not give me as much concern as that surge of power I felt from the Dragonborn.
Interesting.
It was only for a brief moment. There was something.
Gonna need more
But still,
scarf.
perhaps
Gonna need more wine.
I did not fully sense it. Perhaps it is just the nature of his magic. I don't know. But just be careful.
Do you want me to ask him? I could just.
You're not very subtle, my dear.
No.
Perhaps just listen. Wait
Okay.
and listen.
Okay, but I still think I should buy a scarf because even though Bitey Woman says she won't bite me, I quite like the scarf. It was cozy.
Do as you will. And she goes quiet. All right, Gruff.
So I think Gruff will be
Talk to this fucker.
spending the evening enjoying the food, enjoying the drink. A little bit awkward because this is a lot of people and it's a lot of noise. And he's like,
Normally this is something only like when it's all your family together, but that's
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
This is strangers.
and so he's a little bit like like laughing a bit too loudly and going a bit quiet, but enjoying himself and kind of feeling that warm, strange glow of like, yeah, we did do a heckin' justice today, and like that was his first taste of it, and okay, yeah, and then and trying to let that in. But I think towards the end, I guess as things are starting to quiet and stuff like that, he would go up to Xanthias.
Yes.
And he would say,
Consequences.
Lord Xanthias,
As I said, just Xanthias.
No? would you accompany me to the little stream nearby? I'd like to soak my paws. And I'm an old man. I'd like a little company.
Sausage swam in it.
What sort of company are you asking for here? Is this a interrogation?
No.
And by all means.
and so I guess as we walk, Gruff will light up his pipe, not saying anything really, just kind of, quiet old dude, lighting up his pipe as we walk.
You make your way down. You have to go outside the walls to find that little geothermal pond near the church and the Reverend's cottage.
You maybe hear some fumbling like, no, dear, just a bit of bacon. Smash, bang, bang, bang. As you see the lights in there, but it's quiet.
He's my new favorite.
And you find it, and it's steaming in the night air, like it's still perfectly, it's still hot. It's a proper little hot spring. So you can sit on the little bench. There may be some, rustling in the bushes as you see a couple of the fire stoats, or whatever we call them, scurrying around.
I'd probably invite, I'd put my paws into the water and sigh a big contented sigh and invite Xanthias to do the same.
I'll just sit cross-legged by the... But I'd still sit with you.
Dip the tail in, maybe.
Yeah, just a tip.
And I guess, just as there's a peaceful moment, Gruff would say, "We met on the road. You were in trouble.
Meek, infirm,
Vulnerable.
vulnerable. Yes. But not now.
I won't lie, when we went to the mines and I saw you talking with that tiefling, I did wonder about you, and I wondered how you fit in the world of justice and what's right and wrong. And I was very proud you did not take a deal or a trade. We saw how the colors of that one in the end.
We did.
What happened in the mine? I'm not asking any questions. I just want to share some wisdom with you. When I tried to heal you, and I saw you there, hurt from your own magic, and you looked at me, and you looked straight in my eyes. Let me tell you, young man, I've seen that look before, in the eyes of a man who was drowning. Now, I'm not asking any questions, but I just want to tell you, if you need help, just give me the sign.
I think you see Xanthias. I think to begin with, he's trying to be as stony-faced as he can, like almost trying to stare you down, I suppose. But in the final line, something does kind of twitch for a second there, but he can't quite bring himself to answer you. Until eventually he does just nod slowly, and just turn to watch the stream, I suppose, but can't quite formulate words to answer that point. But it definitely got to him.
And Gruff wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't even be looking at you when he's saying this. He'd be smoking his pipe, looking around, and just looking up at the end afterwards, like kind of, and just say, "We enjoy the stars for now."
The stars, for now.
As you have this conversation, Xanthias, subconsciously, not even actively, but your hand drifts towards your chest.
It would, yeah.
You feel that ragged lump, heat. Also maybe something looking at Gruff, hearing those words to you, but the pain seems less. But maybe it's beginning to strange sensation in your right hand, tips of the fingers, almost feeling warm, slight smoldering.
I mean, I think in my head right now, it's a memory of the burning hands that I had when I went down earlier. So I don't pay too much mind to it. Also, there's a lot of weird sensations.
Yeah. Right. We leave that as a great scene, and I think that unless there's anything else, that'll be the long rest.
Oh, long rest. I stay in that armchair unless someone takes me to bed.
Now, Chris Trott,
Enough to.
when you long rest, the point of exhaustion you gained from the effort of pushing the creature out, that goes away.
But I still have
The level of exhaustion you got from the journey That won't go away until you have an extended rest in like a safe haven, basically. And an extended rest is about 5 days of downtime. It's like doing stuff in and about a town, basically, like not active adventuring, right? Cool. You awake on the 10th day of mid-moon of Stormfall. You awake to the sound of the soldiers of Captain Vicaro's force preparing to continue their sort of like investigation a little bit, but mainly are securing the area now, like making sure there's no more of those creatures out there. You hear the guards kind of talking about it, like, yep, we're going to go on patrol up into the hills around the mines. The captain's talking to the foreman and the reeve and a few of the others and things like that. In fact, actually, no. You would actually hear the captain's talking with the foreman and the marshal. And then you overhear like Adriana just like, oh, did I hear you correctly? The Reeve is missing this morning? And it's like, yeah, the captain went to speak with her and she's gone.
Maybe we should have told
you overhear like cleared out like the treasury and is so the big thing you hear is like, yeah, she cleared out like the town's treasury, like what was left. She's taken everything.
The village is like.
Well, luckily the tithe has already happened. The hoarding tithe took place a week before the campaign began. Sure. So the tithe has been paid to the Duke, but any like town funds that were remaining for like repairs, infrastructure, things like that is gone.
Also, like the town's only mine?
Potentially, yeah.
Is also empty.
Well, perhaps with new things discovered deep in that chasm.
True. Like, yeah.
But you overhear, like, the captain speaking with the foreman and the marshal. There's a bit of a kind of big uproar. Like, the town's all just like, I can't believe it. Like, the Reeve's gone missing. Maybe it was those thieves. Maybe one of the criminals, like, I heard that the kobold escaped. Maybe they stole it. Like, there's a lot of, like, gossip and rumor kind of floating around. Adriana is just like, oh my goodness, when will it end? But good morning, everyone. Good morning. Maybe like you've stayed at the Lordly Reigns, but Altheya, you've been sort of invited to come over and meet with everybody. The captain has said he will come and meet you here at the Peony Post to give you your reward and your writ and things like that as well.
So we all around like a table in the...
in the Peony Post, yeah. So Adriana brings out breakfast. It's like a sweetened porridge with like cinnamon and like honey. There is like bread and butter and like fruit. All sorts of things are brought out. All basically paid for by the captain's purse. She probably makes a joke of like, well, you should make the most of it once you get to Ashen Rest. I don't think you're going to be getting any free meals, friends of the Duke or not. So make the most of it while you can. Like piles on like toppings and porridges.
You wish for me to leave?
Well, Rowan, I think that it sounds like the rest are all heading on to Ashen Rest.
Is it my music? I can do better.
Rowan, your music is beautiful. You are a big, tall, kind soul, and it has been wonderful to have you play, but you can't stay here forever. You don't want to stay here and, when everyone is going off on a journey to a big town and,
Are you all going?
Oh, well, I'm definitely heading towards Ashen's Rest, yeah.
I'm coming.
I'll come.
Yes?
I'm coming. Yeah, I'll go with them.
Well, Rowan, I would definitely welcome your company. I'd love to hear more of your songs.
I don't know how many I have.
Well, so far I've only heard one about the pedals. So
We still have to write the lyrics for that.
Yes,
We're going to work on it.
Yes.
But yeah, Adriana brings that out. Before Captain Vicaro comes and meets you, any kind of plans or anything like that? Otherwise, yeah.
Just getting more food put into pockets, pouches.
Load them up.
Pretty much. Gonna load them up.
Captain Vicaro comes and meets with you. Good morning. I apologize. I wanted to spend a bit more time with you, but it seems that our fleeing Reeve has left me with more problems to deal with, and I'm going to be focused on investigating that. Zaran, the authority will be heading back to Ashen Rest with you to continue the investigation there in case the Reeve and our missing kobold make their way back to the town. But, first of all, And he kind of looks very pleased when he presents this. He presents you with a beautifully gilded golden scroll case with these kind of elongated things. And he pulls it down and he sees that in beautiful Draconic, in calligraphic script. Any of you who can't read Draconic, it is this language, only a few of you really know it. But I believe Xanthias does speak Draconic.
I do, yes.
You were taught to kind of read this. And it is basically a writ of favor. Basically, the owners of this deed, your names, as you have been given them, performed a great deed in the service of His Grace, the Duke of North Vale, His Draconic Majesty Ignarius. This writ is signed by Captain Lucas Vicaro of the Second Talon to prove that these deeds are of honourable and just means, and that the Duke's favour should be heaped upon them. And it's basically like a formal, we did a great thing, Duke. Thumbs up. But it is this beautiful looking document, and he places it on the table along with a sack, which you can see has gemstones within.
His eyes just go.
I'm afraid that coinage would be somewhat inconvenient for me to provide you, but you will find within the pouch, you will find the payment for each of you individually. A number of rubies that will provide you with, as I believe it was 2 you did capture, even though we have lost the kobold, you did capture them alive, and Beric unfortunately was dead, which is a slightly lesser payment, but it is a payment of 125 gold each.
Wonderful.
Wow.
This is like beyond the realms that any of us
never
have.
had this.
I mean, so keep in mind, in Altheya, like normal D&D money, it's like 1 gold for room in the inn. In Altheya, and like most of the items as well, like if you want to buy a weapon, if it says like it's 10 gold in the player's handbook, it's actually going to be a lot more than that. So 125 gold is still a good reward.
Yeah.
But this is not like, oh my god, the richest I've ever seen. You've all seen this amount of money at some point. Maybe not you've had it personally, but you've seen like
it in
somebody.
the village's coffers.
Yeah, exactly, right? This isn't a crazy sum of money. Maybe all together, because that's going to be like nearly 700-ish gold. That's quite a lot, but this is...
probably the most that Daisy's had on her person at any one time.
Same,
for sure. I think for some of you, it's definitely going to be a lot. But,
Tearing up.
but he will look at it and say, this is my thanks for great service that you've done. And I'm sure, please, if you speak with my grace, please, make him aware that I have been very grateful for your aid and service.
I will make it known.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And I wish you all the best in your travels, my friends. I believe that you have done a great deed here, and you have noble souls. And perhaps one day we will meet again if you are continuing to aid my grace and the people of the Empire and the people of Caldra. I'm sure our paths will cross again. But it has been wonderful to meet you all. Strange and unusual as some of you may seem. But with this, I must bid you farewell and go chase after our missing Reeve. If you do happen to find the Reeve on your journey, make sure that they come into custody. I believe the authority will be traveling with you, and young Cade has asked, he has his family stationed in Ashen Rest, so him and a unit of 3 guards will escort you along the road.
Oh, wonderful.
Just in case, there might be problems, but hopefully not. But with that, he stands up, snaps you a firm salute. Goodbye.
Try to mimic it.
Yeah, what would be like a formal sort of, not like a bow, I suppose.
I mean, for you, it'd be like a bow, like a kind of like hand over the chest and sort of a nod of the head. That would be a very respectful gesture.
Okay.
But yeah.
In that case, a bow.
Yeah.
Rather than a...
And with that, the very last thing before, no cliffhanger, apart from you guys do level up. We will handle that off screen, which will bring you to level 3.
What you gonna do?
Now, some of you, if you are picking your subclass, whilst you are gonna have those, we're gonna get the subclass, build it into your characters and stuff now, I would like to, when you maybe get to Ashen Rest or maybe along the way, we start laying the foundations of how you're going to get that subclass. I do want the subclasses to be a bigger part of the narrative. It's not just a thing you pick up as a game mechanic. So, for example, I believe, Rowan, you need to pick a subclass, which means that we need to figure out how that's going to work and how you're going to gain that. Same with Daisy, and I believe also same with Ophelia.
Whereas, we've already got ours, I
Zan
suppose.
and things, yes, you guys too. But that will also be a thing that as you gain abilities, I want to keep building into the narrative as part of arriving in place. Maybe something will happen on the road. Maybe not. We'll find out.
Awesome.
So that's it for episode 4. Just one thing I want to say as well, like as we are playing through this, we have a lot of homebrew rules and mechanics. Those things are going to evolve. Some things might work, some things might not. Don't worry about it too much. Obviously, more than welcome to like leave, your feedback and stuff like that. But keep in mind we're all friends.
In a nice way.
Yeah, in a nice way. But we're all friends and we're going to figure it out as we go. So there's a lot of mechanics with subclasses, with the Crucible of Fate, with like magic items. There's going to be a ton of stuff that gets homebrewed and everything like that as well. As always, do go and tell all your friends. It's a perfect time to start High Rollers. We've got the brand new campaign, and it's the best way you can support us is just getting the word out there. Maybe somebody's looking for a new D&D show to watch. Maybe somebody's watched another D&D show. They've never tried High Rollers. That helps us out immensely. So please go and do that. We love you for it. That's it. Take care, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye. Bye. Oh, we're back, everybody. Hey, thanks for watching a great episode. We hope you enjoyed it. I had a great time. Very intense but fun encounter. Trying out some new rules.
Had everything.
Nice little bit of RP.
Loved it.
A bit of level up.
It's been a long time since we've had just a long, grueling dungeon delve,
Yeah.
I mean, that was also only 3 encounters.
I know it was, but-
as far as dungeon delves go, that's not a big one.
I know.
Scary boy.
Yeah, it was a scary boy. You guys got Brookstoned again?
Yep.
Sort of?
Well,
Kind of.
kind of.
Yeah, we knew he was
We didn't
nasty.
trust
You didn't, yeah, exactly. No, you didn't get fully Brookstoned.
Yeah.
trust them to start with.
Hey, is there anyone who's not concerned about Xanthias?
Oh yeah, no, fully.
Concerned? Whereabouts are you?
Well, now I am, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, since
Well,
session 0.
You and I, Tom Hazel,
Yeah.
we need to have a conversation before the next episode as well, because another day has passed and things are
What is
happening.
this?
What do days mean?
Yeah, what do days mean?
But with that, unfortunately, I hate to tell you this, everybody at home.
Don't tell me.
Don't do it. Don't
We're
do
not
it.
live. We're not live. It's pre-recorded. But this is hopefully the last one for a while. Just because
one will be long.
this month, the
Hopefully.
last 6 weeks have been very busy. We've been all over the place. We've had concerts. We've had castles. We've had conventions. The 3 C's. But from, I believe, December onwards, December will be proper live streams. We're going to be live in the studio. We'll be able to read donations and everything else.
Yep.
And then hopefully we're going to keep that going as long as we can. It's just where we're away or we're busy, we've got missing people. Pre-recording is a massive help for us. And it means you guys don't miss out on an episode. And that's a good thing.
I want to try and be as consistent as possible.
Yes.
It was either pre-records or we don't
don't
start
stream.
until 2024.
Yes, that will. But yeah, that's it from us. We thank you so much for coming by and watching, and thank you for all your support. We will read out all your messages, all your donations are going to get read out at the next live stream. We're going to do a big readout of everything. So keep them coming. If you've got donations, you want us to read them, we'll have those there. But episode 5, live.
Live.
But that's it.
Live at
Take
5.
care, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.